Yo, what's going on, guys? Hopefully you're all doing well. We got a new haircut today. Yesterday that was, and we're all ready to go, man. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. What's going on, Katie? What's going on, Grace? What is up, everybody in the chat? Snowman, of course, is here as well. Let's fix our scoreboard before we get underway, and without further ado, that's what we're going to do right now. Great. All right, what is going on? What's going on, everybody? Denbrew, how you doing, man? How are you doing? Thank you all so much for coming on here. Well, the Sixers are taking on the Miami Heat, and that's the matchup that we have before the end of, before the All-Star break. So, and then they'll be back next Thursday. So we're gonna be off pretty much for 8 days. We'll still have some content coming out there, and we'll talk about that just a little bit later during the cast. But this Miami Heat team looks a little bit different without Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is not playing tonight, of course, and Sixers, of course, have guys out. We'll get to the injury report in just a little bit, but this is a big game for the Sixers. You really want to try to end the first half on a bang, and really need to just try to put the exclamation point into this first half and go out with a 3-game winning streak. So I appreciate you all so much for being here. 1740, man. Yep, I know, it's great. But before we actually get into the game, I do want to address something, okay? I wanted to make sure that I send my condolences to the 22 people that were wounded today during the gunfire at the very end of the Chiefs' victory parade. And, of course, there was one person that did pass away. That was reported about 3 hours ago from ESPN. But I did want to pay tribute to all those people that were shot and were wounded today. So, yeah. So that's what I wanted to do. Just pay respect for them, because that's very unfortunate. But anyhow, regarding tonight's game, I know that it's a little bit of an awkward transition, but the Sixers are taking on the Miami Heat. The Sixers are 32-21, and the Heat are 29-25. Yes, I like that. Yes, gotta send all the love out there to those people. This is gonna be interesting to see what happens in tonight's game for sure. Bam Adebayo, of course, is going to be going up against Tyrese Maxey. The line for the Sixers tonight is 2.5, and that's the point spread. But the Sixers are picked to win. They're minus 135 according to ESPN Bet, and the Heat are plus 115. So the over-under is actually 219.5. So just wanted to throw that out there as well. On the injury report for both teams, you got Terry Rozier. He is out tonight. And Jimmy Butler and Josh Richardson, they're all not playing. Richardson's actually expected to be back on February 29th. And for the Sixers, no Kyle Lowry, no DeAnthony Melton, no Nick Batum, no Tobias Harris, no Robert Covington, and we said no DeAnthony Melton too, and of course no Joel Embiid either. So those are all the people that are out for tonight's game. The Sixers, well, the starting lineup for both teams, we'll talk about this. So it'll be Tyrese Maxey, Buddy Hield, Kelly Oubre Jr., KJ Martin, and Paul Reed that are all out there for the Philadelphia 76ers. And then for the Miami Heat, they got Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, Nikola Jovic, and Bam Adebayo. So once again, for the Sixers, it's Tyrese Maxey, Hield, Oubre Jr., Martin, and Reed. And for the Heat, you got Hero, Robinson, Martin, Caleb Martin, that is, Jovic, and Adebayo. Man, that's going to be a lot to say tonight. Caleb Martin going up against KJ Martin. Oh my gosh, that's going to be interesting for sure. Final score predictions, guys. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this game. What do you guys think that the Sixers have to do tonight if they want to try to get the dub? All right, I want to hear your thoughts and would like to hear your final score predictions and all that type of stuff. I'm going to go with the final score prediction, in my opinion, is going to be 108 to 101 Sixers. We'll write that down so that way I remember if I get it right somehow, some way. 108 to 101 Sixers. That is my final score prediction. Great. So how about you guys? How about you all? I don't have, my chat's been a little bit delayed, I think. There we go. What's up, Meerkat? How you doing, man? Well, it's good. Now we're going by a little bit quicker. Grace says that rebounds are a must in tonight's game. For sure. You're going up against a lot of guys that are pretty tall out there, including Bam Adebayo and Nikola Jovic, and even on their bench. Look, they got Thomas Bryant, who's been around the block for a little bit. He's now 26 years old, got to play with the Wizards, got to also play with the Lakers as well. So this team has a lot of sides, and don't forget about Orlando Robinson either, the 23-year-old who was out of Fresno State. He's been a very good player for them this season as well. So rebounding is definitely a big thing for the Sixers in tonight's game. 114 to 112 is Grace's final score prediction. Sixers, she thinks, are going to win. And pull that one out. So mine was 108 to 101. And I like that key right there. The other key that I would add on to that is that the Sixers have to do a good job at fighting for the loose balls. I think that in tonight's game specifically, that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to it's not just the fighting for the loose balls, it's also just being assertive and being very feisty. I know I tend to use that word a lot. I'm trying to figure out other terms to come up with that, to try to say the same thing, but that's the only way that I can word it. Meerkat says that his final score prediction is 122 to 96, and he thinks that Miami's going to be able to win the game. So for the Sixers, no Lowry, no Melton, no Batum, no Harris, and for the Heat, you got no Rozier, no Butler, and no Richardson. Of course, Robert Covington's still out, and Joel Embiid is out as well. Loose balls. Oh my gosh. Dude, I need you to keep it appropriate, my guy. I need you to keep it appropriate. I don't want to have to do anything, But yeah. So, in regards to tonight's game, the Sixers are 32-21 and are 17-10 at home. The Heat, on the other hand, are 29-25, while they have a 14-12 record on the road. And this team actually played last night, the Heat, that is, but they ended up beating the Milwaukee Bucks. They won 123-97. So, all right, so the Sixers have Tyrese Maxey, Buddy Hield, KJ Martin, Kelly Oubre Jr., and Paul Reed all out there in their starting lineup. And for the Heat, you got Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, Nikola Jovic, and Bam Adebayo. So that's who's all out there for tonight's game. All right, so the Sixers playing their final game at the Wells Fargo Center to end the first half of the 2023-2024 season. So hopefully they can try to come out here with some athleticism and just be able to dominate on both sides. Really got to make sure that you try to do that for sure. There's Kelly Oubre Jr., who's wearing his it's a red wrist cover on his left wrist, and Buddy Hield, of course, wearing his red. He has his red headband on. Couldn't think of the term. But the Sixers are in their blue and white uniforms, and the Heat are in their, I guess that's their City Edition uniforms. I don't actually, no, it's not. It's just their regular away uniforms. It's the dark red and white numbers and white letters on both the front and the back. There's Duncan Robinson and Caleb Martin all out there. So we're just about ready to get things underway in just a few moments over at the logo, at the 76ers logo. Nothing too fancy about the court tonight. So Reed going up against Bam Adebayo. Reed again 6'9". Adebayo is over 7 feet tall, and Adebayo does win the tip-off, and it'll go into the hands of Tyler Hero. So again, the lineups for tonight's game for the Sixers, it is Maxey, Hield, Oubre Jr., Martin, and Reed, as Maxey tries to get a floater on the other side off of the bad pass that was delivered all the way to the Heat, and the Sixers were able to get a steal out of it and go up with a little 2. So Maxey got the 2. Jovic actually lost the ball on that possession, and Duncan Robinson, or it was Kelly Oubre Jr. that got the steal. There's Caleb Martin with a little shot to tie the game back 2-2, and the Sixers have the basketball. So we're just underway. Maxey, Hield, Oubre, Martin, and Reed. As Maxey steps back, and he'll hand it off to Hield, who will drive it towards the lane, kicks it back out to Martin for a 3 on the near corner. He got it! KJ Martin was able to hit that trifecta from downtown. He's not really been a very strong three-point shooter, but you certainly love it when he's able to drain some shots. Hero, speaking of draining shots, he does that right there and ties the game back at 5 apiece. Just worked around the screen and was able to get a wide-open 3 to knock down from the top of the key. So we're about a minute and a half underway. Maxey on a little floater, and he'll hand it off to KJ Martin. It was a little alley-oop pass, and KJ Martin able to go into flight mode. 7-5, Sixers up by 2. Here's Hero working around the screen again. He's looking at a 3-2 zone off the dribble, puts up a jumper, and he was fouled. And he'll head on over to the line to shoot a couple of free throws. Oh, sorry about the scoreboard. We'll get that fixed up right now. There we go. Great. Good stuff. So again, lineup for tonight for the Sixers. Once again, in case you are just tuning in, it's Maxey, Hield, Oubre, Martin, and Reed. And for the Miami Heat, you got Hero, Robinson, Martin, Jovic, and Adebayo. So Hero's going to the line. The first foul shot is up, and it's in. So that makes it a 7-6 game. Sixers are up by 1. This team ended up losing to the Miami Heat on Christmas Day. That was the first time that they faced off against each other in the season series. It's 7-7 as Hero made both foul shots. Here's Buddy Hield from downtown for the Sixers, and Adebayo grabs his miss in his bright pink shoes. So Robinson has it over on the far side and hands it back off to Adebayo. What's Bam going to do? He wanted to look for a little dribble handoff, and there's an alley-oop pass from Robinson to Adebayo, a little rim runner, and that puts the Heat back up by 2. Sixers not doing such a good job at just guarding the paint. Maxey off the 2, puts it up, and he puts it in. And 1 as well will go to the line for 1 more. So Maxey got it over on the far elbow and was able to step back and hit the 2 to tie the game 9-9. And he'll go to the line for 1 more. Caleb Martin is the one that was guilty for committing the foul. It was tough because Maxey just stepped back, and Martin did make a little bit of contact with him. And that was in the act of shooting, so Maxey's starting to get things going so far tonight, and that's something that you like to see. The foul shot to give the Sixers the lead is good, and Tyrese Maxey puts the Sixers up by 1. Here on a bounce pass to Robinson, who dribbles around towards the right side. He'll try to go into the lane, and another alley-oop jam off the high pass to Bam Adebayo. And Adebayo is able to give the Heat the lead again. The Heat are 4 for 4 from the field. Sixers are 4 for 5. Oubre with a foul line jumper. Got it to go. He thought it was going to miss, but it ended up not. So the Sixers go back out in front, and we ride the seesaw again. We're 3 minutes underway in the first quarter. Hero with a kick out all the way to Jovic for 3 on the near corner, and Paul Reed grabs his miss. He hands it back off to Maxey, who gets past half court. He's over on the far side. He steps back. He'll try to dance over. Caleb Martin steps back again, pulls up for 2 from the near elbow. Got it! 14-11, and Tyrese Maxey is cooking so far in this game. 8:45 remaining. Martin on the drive, puts it up. Good defense by Reed. Outlet pass to Buddy Hield, who's on the near side. Puts up a three. It's up, and it's money in the bank. Buddy Hield able to hit a firework from downtown. And the Sixers are on a 7-0 run over the last 50 seconds. Adebayo trying to take Paul Reed the scepter. Let's see how that works out. He steps back, fades away for two, and it rims around and finally goes down the drain again. Oh my gosh. It was like time stood still for about 4 seconds, and it just rimmed around the world and just went down the toilet bowl. So Buddy Hield hands it back off to Kelly Oubre Jr. over on the near side. Oubre now at the foul line, puts up a two, and it's rebounded again by Adebayo. Hero not wasting any time. He's being guarded by Hield. A screen gets set by Adebayo, and Hield will hand it or will lob it to the post to Adebayo, who gets a mismatch and is able to take advantage of the mismatch by going up against Buddy Hield. So Hield, a guy that is 6'4", and of course Bam Adebayo, a guy that is 6'9". So that matchup is gonna almost be it's almost going to go into his favor almost any time. 17-15 again. Hield step back three from the far side. Got it! He's 2 for 2 from downtown, and Buddy Hield, he's now in flame mode. 7:12 remaining in the first quarter again. And Hero again pulls up with a J, and Paul Reed grabs another rebound. That, I believe, is his third, as he hands it back off to Tyrese Maxey, who's being guarded heavily by Caleb Martin. A screen gets set by Reed. A little pick-and-roll action. Reed puts it up, and he puts it in over Bam Adebayo. And a 22-15 start for the Sixers. Timeout called by Eric Spoelstra and the Miami Heat with 6:54 remaining in the first quarter. This is great. Very, very good start by the Sixers team. So far, so good. The one thing that I was trying to do a little bit today was I was really trying to just, don't forget to hit that like button. I did. I'm trying to, build up the energy a little bit and start off a little bit slower. Whoops. Hold up 1 second. Where is that coming from? Oh, it's right here. There it is. Okay, there we go. I had to turn something off. I thought I turned it off, but that was my bad. Did I mute all these things? Let me see. Okay. We'll get this back over here. And we will mute all these tabs. There we go. I thought I muted everything. Let me tell you, man, Buddy Hield, so far, has really been electric for the Sixers team, and it absolutely shows. I understand that they are missing Jimmy Butler and that they're missing a couple more guys like Terry Rozier, but hey, you can only play who your opponents are. You understand? And I'm really happy that I'm really happy that this team is playing well so far. It's okay, entertainment. We were like, okay, something definitely different. Yeah. I wanted to, sometimes when I'm doing these things, I like to try new things. And tonight I thought, all right, we'll build up the energy a little bit, and try to do that, If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons. Tobias Harris not in the lineup either tonight. He is out. Oh, yeah, Miami called a timeout. We are definitely hot. This is Grace. What's up, James? How you doing? How good is Bam in your opinion? Because I haven't watched the Heat in a minute. Bam this year, I'll tell you his stats right now, so that way you can figure it out for yourself. He's averaging 20 points per game, 10.5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And, well, when you compare that to years past, Bam, this is the second highest scoring season that he's had. He actually averaged 20.5 points per game last year. This year he's averaging 20.2 in 44 games. He's shooting 78% from the line this year. He's actually getting more rebounds. He had 9.2 on average last year and 10.6 this year. So he's been having a solid season, really. He's 26 years old. He went to Kentucky and was the 14th overall pick, of course, by the Miami Heat as well. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. So the Sixers, again, have the 5-point lead with about 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go. So Martin will get it for the Miami Heat, and they'll hand it off to Bam Adebayo. Adebayo on a little step back J over B-ball Paul, and he gets it. It was a high arcing shot. It seems like that his mid-range jumper just seems to have like a really high arc to it, but that's what makes it such an interesting thing when you watch him play. Maxey on a little pick and roll. Martin kicks it out all the way to Buddy Hield, and Hield being guarded heavily over at the top of the key. He tries to bounce pass it to Paul Reed over at the foul line, but it gets deflected and it goes out of bounds, and the Sixers will still have the basketball. And it'll be with 14 seconds remaining. They actually called a kickball violation against Nikola Jovic. So Maxey gets the little handoff off the screen. He's dribbling against Caleb Martin. He steps back. He'll kick it back out to Reed. Reed back to Maxey for a three. And that goes in and out. And that's rebounded again by Jovic. So Jovic gets the ball loose, and it's stolen away for a fight for the loose ball on the floor between Reed and Jovic. And Reed has it as he gets fouled. So Paul Reed gets fouled by Nikola Jovic on the loose ball foul. They have to clean up the court just a little bit with 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Sixers do lead it by 5. They're up 22-17. Buddy Hield has been absolutely awesome so far in this ball game. Hield on a drive, or Reed on a drive, that is, and he was able to put that one up and in. Nope, that was Buddy Hield. 24-17 with 5:45 left to go in the first quarter. Once again, Tyler Hero dribbling over towards the top of the key, hands it back off to Duncan Robinson. Robinson on a little pick and roll to Adebayo, and he'll kick it back out to Caleb Martin over on the far corner side. Martin to Jovic for three on the near wing. Got it for a three-pointer, and that makes it 24-20 again. Sixers only up by 4. Maxey, he wants to dance over Martin, and he'll pass it out to KJ Martin, and Martin's three is off the mark. So KJ Martin and Caleb Martin, we got to keep our eyes on that tongue twister tonight, as Hero is able to spin, roll to the basket, and he'll go to the line for one more as he got the layup to go. And he will be looking to try to get the old-fashioned three-point play. There's Kelly Oubre Jr., who is really he was not trying to foul there, but unfortunately, when your hands are active in the cookie jar and you're trying to go up against Tyler Hero, Hero is one of those guys that honestly knows how to initiate contact. That's something that he does a very good job at. This season, Hero shooting was averaging about 21 points per game and about 5 rebounds too. He is an 84% free throw shooter this year and an 87% foul shooter over his career. He does miss the foul shot. Campaign steps in for the Sixers, and Maxey's the one that grabs the board. He gets past half court, hands it back off to Paul Reed. Reed out to Oubre for a wide-open three over on the far side, and Reed grabs his miss as he gets fouled by Martin, and he'll hit the deck right on his back. And with 4:56 remaining in the first quarter, the Sixers will still have possession of the basketball. So there it is. The Sixers, again, they're 32-21 and are third in the Atlantic Division. They're actually a half a game behind New York in the Eastern Conference standings. Payne gets the inbound, hands it off to Maxey over at the logo. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He'll dribble over towards the right side. He stops. He bounce passes it to Kelly Oubre Jr. in his two-pointer. It bounces 2 times, and he can't get it. Paul Reed fighting for a rebound with Kevin Love, who just subbed in, and we have a jump ball called. Kevin Love really got that rebound, but Paul Reed was right there and was like, "Give it back to me, it's mine." And they were fighting for the ball, and Reed was being absolutely aggressive. He actually got his elbow in there. As soon as Love caught the rebound, he didn't even take it to his chest, and Paul Reed was able to just stick both hands in there and corral the basketball. But Love hung on to it, and they'll have a jump ball over at the Sixers foul line. Here it is. It's up, and Paul Reed wins the tip-off as it goes out to Kelly Oubre Jr. Sixers have 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey on the drive to the basket, puts it up, can't get it. Paul Reed with the putback, that's no good either. And we have a rebound by Haywood Highsmith, the former 76er, and a former Delaware Bluecoat as well. Jaime Jaquez Jr. also out there for the Miami Heat as well. Here's Love on the interior, tries to find a running Highsmith, and it's blocked by Reed, but we have a foul called. It'll be against the Sixers once again. It's actually on Ricky Council the fourth. So the lineup for the Sixers, as of now, you got Paul Reed, Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre Jr., Campaign, and Ricky Council the fourth. And for Miami, it's Duncan Robinson, Kevin Love, Jamal Cain out there, and Haywood Highsmith and Jaime Jaquez Jr. So at the line is Cain. He'll try to get some points on the board again for himself, and he does so, and as he earns 2 foul shots over at the line. So we're at a tie ball game. 24 apiece is the score. Payne gets it over on the near side, hands it off to Maxey. Maxey and Payne playing a game of catch. Payne back to Maxey, who lets it fly. Got it to go from the near wing. And he pulled up from the parking lot and got it. Jaquez tries to drive into the lane. It's blocked by B-ball Paul. Maxey off to the races, a 3-on-1. Oubre tries to go with a shot. He's fouled by Duncan Robinson. And he'll earn his stripes over at the line. Paul Reed making a big impact in this game so far. Just doing it all on the defensive side and making it look so easy for the Sixers out in transition. That's what you want to see from your backup center. And over the last 3 games so far, he's been doing just that. 3:45 left to go in quarter number 1 as Oubre's high arcing foul shot is good. And that makes it 28-24. Reed will now take a seat, I believe, and so will Tyrese Maxey. Jaquez almost got away with a travel, but as some people would say, what is a travel now these days? So it's 28-24. Oubre's second foul shot, no good. Love tries to get the rebound, and it's last touched by Paul Reed. No, that was the Sixers got an offensive rebound, but that was Mo Bamba that was out there, or Buddy Hield, I should say. Sorry about that. Campaign tries to inbound it for the Sixers side. Bamba gets the inbound, tries to put up a shot, and he's fouled, and he will go to the line for 2. So the Sixers, again, the effort has been absolutely incredible off the glass. And Kevin Love got called for the foul once again. So that is that's something that the Heat are not too happy about. So Bamba's first foul shot is good. Again, the Heat won the first match on Christmas Day. It was actually Christmas Day Eve. They won 119-113. Bamba's second foul shot, it rims in and out, and it does not go in and hit the front of the rim. And Jaquez got the rebound. Sixers are in the bonus, 29-24. We have a three-pointer by Robinson, and he launches from downtown and hits it from outer space. That makes it 29-27, 3:28 left to go in the first quarter. How about the Heat? They're shooting 3 for 4 from 3, and the Sixers doing pretty well, too. They're 4 for 8. And Oubre gets called for a turnover, or Ricky Council the fourth got called for the turnover, excuse me. And the Sixers have to try to get back on defense again. 3:18 remaining in the first quarter. Robinson is trapped over at the top of the key, and he'll pass it off to Jaquez. Jaquez in the post to Kevin Love. Love to Highsmith for a wide open 3. And Council leaps up for the rebound, hands it off to Campaign. The Sixers got him at the trade deadline from the Milwaukee Bucks, and they traded away Patrick Beverley. Payne at the top of the key, works around the screen, set by Bamba. Thought about shooting it, but hands it off to Kelly Oubre Jr. for 3 from downtown. No good. Love gets the rebound. Outlet pass all the way to Duncan Robinson on the far wing for 3 in Miami territory, and Miami takes the lead. A 6-0 run led by Duncan Robinson, the three-point sniper, who's the only NBA player to ever go D3. And play at the highest level in the NBA. We have a timeout called by the Sixers with 2:35 remaining, to be exact, in the first quarter. I'm going to take a very, very quick step off. I will be right back. Do not go anywhere. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. I will see you very, very soon. we're back. We are back on here. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Forgot to mention that at the very beginning of this cast. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. If you are new to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live or if I upload. We're on here for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we try to be very consistent as much as possible. We do radio play-by-plays. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey, graduated from Rowan 2 years ago, and at the age of 25, this is what we're doing, man. You know, we're really trying to grind, get as many reps as just in regards to calling games, and this is a win-win situation for all of you that are just sports fans and, of course, Philly sports fans as well, because you can get actual radio play-by-play, and we try to treat it as professionally as possible with this new age of digital media by getting you guys involved and having you guys be the color commentators. Hard to predict with the rotating lineup in regards to the final score. So it is. But my final score prediction, again, I'm going to say it again. It's 108 to 101. I wrote it down this time because at one point I actually did get the final score correct, even though it wasn't for the Sixers game. It was for the Chiefs-Bills game, and I got the result correct too. So that was really cool. 27-24 Kansas City. That was what I predicted. All right, so Oubre will inbound it from the Sixers side of the bench. And he hands it off to Campaign. Payne back to Oubre as they swing it around the timeline. The ball finds Mo Bamba. Bamba back to Payne over on the far side at the Wells Fargo Center sign. Kicks it back out to Buddy Hield. Hield's over at the Wells Fargo Center sign. Dribbles over towards the left. Tries to lob it inside to Mo Bamba. Bamba tried to find Council the fourth. The intended play was supposed to go to him, but it's stolen away by Miami. So Robinson thought about taking the threes over on the near side, hands it off to Jaquez. Jaquez takes a couple of jab steps, wants to take on Mo Bamba here, and Love gets it on the interior. They kick it back out to a three-pointer that's up and no good by Jamal Cain. So Cain, Robinson, Love, Highsmith, and Jaquez Jr. out there for the Heat. And the Sixers, as Buddy Hield is trapped on the other side, hands it off to Mo Bamba. Bamba tries to go up with a shot. He's fouled by Duncan Robinson. And Bamba's the one that's going to go to the line to shoot a couple of free throws. So I wanted to go back to that first play that the Sixers had after the timeout was called, the inbound after that. The play was supposed to be from Mo Bamba. He had it over on the far side, and he tried to lob it inside to another Sixer, but then it was supposed to go to one more person, and that was Ricky Council the fourth. He was supposed to be the guy that cut back door all the way to the rim, and he was wide open, but good job by the Heat to just recognize that defense. Bamba misses both foul shots, goes 0 for 2 from the line, and it's 30-29. Sixers down by 1 with 1:40 remaining in the first quarter. No Jimmy Butler tonight. Sixers also a little bit shorthanded as well. Terry Rozier out for the Miami Heat too. Again, good ball movement by the Heat. There's Haywood Highsmith for a three on the near side, and he gets it to go against his former team, and that makes it 33-29. They've been hitting a lot of threes in this game, and that's been the difference. 1:18 left to go. Here's Council. He thinks about driving it to the cup, and he goes up with a little Euro step. He's aggressive, and he gets fouled by Robinson. Robinson, I think, took a knee to the stomach, and he is down. He's underneath the basket. He's like, I got to take a very, very quick second to breathe. And the Sixers, again, they are in the bonus with 1:14 left to go. And Robinson, he's definitely in some pain, but he gets helped up by two teammates. He gets called for the shooting foul, and remember, that's his third personal foul. So that's probably going to be it for him in this quarter, you would think, most likely, because he has 3 personal fouls so far. And Council, he hits his first foul shot, and that one goes in. So we're at a 33-30 game. Sixers down by 3. So it was Ricky Council that got fouled by Robinson, and then as soon as the shot was up, he actually got kicked right into the nuts. Oh, boy. That's what happened. That's not fun. 33-31 as Council makes both foul shots. Here's Kevin Love as he gets it from Highsmith. Hero at the top of the key and gets it gives it off to Kevin Love. And Buddy Hield is able to come up with a rebound off the missed 3 by K. Love. Healed all the way to Council. Council drives it from the near corner to the baseline, and he puts it up and in with the little right-handed runner. We're tied 33-33 again. 44 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Once again, Jaquez over on the far side puts up a three. It's up no good. Ricky Council, the fourth, grabs the rebound, and Buddy Hield is able to grab it over on the other side. Payne swings it out to Oubre for three on the far corner. No good again, and Kevin Love is able to corral his miss. Here's Hero over on the far side, and he dribbles it over towards the Wells Fargo Center sign and goes back towards the logo. 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and about 3 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. He's being guarded by Hield. He'll try to take it right to the cup. He zigzags. He passes it all the way out to a three-pointer that's up and no good again by Highsmith. And the Sixers come away with the rebound. Payne goes up with a little floater. It's up, or a prayer that was, and he cannot hit it. And we go into quarter number 2. We're going to take a little step off, but when we return, we'll have the second quarter action in just a little bit. It's a 33-33 ball game on Valentine's Day against the Miami Heat. The Sixers are tied 33-33. We're back. We're heading into quarter number 2. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic Thursday night. Grace is laughing. Sometimes, and this is something that I have to get better at, and it comes with time. And I know I've been doing this for like a year on a day-to-day basis, even though I'm watching it on the screen. Sometimes, like when you're talking so fast, you tend to miss certain things, but you really need to, pay attention. And sometimes, it's a skill. It's like, how, when you first drive, this is the best comparison I can make to. When you first drive, right, you're always taught, all right, when you're in the car, you naturally just want to look straight ahead. You're hunched over on the steering wheel, right? And you're leaning over and you're not using your side view mirrors. You're just focusing on what's out in front of you. Now you got to focus on the other areas too, and that's the thing about doing this. It's kind of like that similar analogy too, where it's sometimes you just want to keep constantly talking, and sometimes you just miss certain things if you look down at your notes too much. Speaking of missing things, how about Buddy Hield for three over on the far side, and it's now 36-33 as he makes a little splash. So we're about 25 seconds underway in this second quarter. Buddy Hield has been absolutely awesome from threes, 3 for 4 from downtown. Hero has the ball. He's at the top of the key, tries to find Jaquez Jr. with the binoculars, who was down low at the baseline, and he got an easy bucket. Payne out to Hield. Hield gets it over on the near side and dribbles it out towards the three-point line and passes it all the way to Maxey. Maxey steps back, puts up a three as he lets it fly. Almost got it to go. Bam Adebayo leaps up and grabs the rebound. And again, Tower Hero has the ball. He's been very effective. He puts up a three-pointer. Too much mustard on that one, and Paul Reed corrals the miss over at the Heat bench. Payne on the near side at the three-point line, steps back, pulls up for three over Hero. No good again. Sixers just not being able to hit their threes. It was Buddy Hield that made the first one to start off the quarter, but they've been 0 for 2 since then. No one was able to hit. Again, Hawkes Jr. gets the little backdoor cut to the basket. Lots of pick and roll offense by this Miami Heat team, and the Sixers are just not doing a good job at guarding the paint. They've allowed 18 points. Council for 3 off the pass by Maxey, and Reed tries to fight for the rebound, and it goes into the hands again of Jovic. Jovic throws it. It's stolen away by Buddy Hield. Hield to Reed. Reed tries to part the Red Sea. Can't get it. He grabs his own miss, and here's Ricky Council, who's spinning, rolling to the basket, goes up with a shot. It's a reverse layup, and he got it to go. Not so easy by Ricky Council the fourth. Sixers almost caught sleeping on the defensive side as we have a block called. And the Sixers are able to come up with a rebound. Haywood Highsmith just missed that layup, and I think it was tipped a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see and come back to that. Maxey over on the near side puts up a little baby underhanded scoop, if you will, and he can't get it. And Tyler Hero corrals the board. Sixers are 2 for 7 from the field, and Hero is able to punch his way towards the lane as he scoops it up and in with the left hand. Payne to Oubre. Or Council, that is. Council tries to put up a shot. He puts it up. Thought he was fouled. Whistles remain silent, and Hawkes grabs the miss. Boy, Council has a little afro tonight, and that's something that we haven't seen from Ricky Council, so it looks really good on him. The Heat miss a shot. Here's Buddy Hield for 3 on the other side. Got it! He has hit 4 threes tonight, and Buddy Hield has been electric. 9:03 remaining in the second quarter. 41-39. And we have a shot that goes off. It is waved. Buddy Hield, ever since he has come over to the Philadelphia 76ers, it's really just been his team. He has been making so many shots. You hear a lot about him. You do watch his game a little bit, but a lot of the shots that he's taken now, he's creating for himself. And that's what makes it so special. He's not just hitting catch-and-shoot shots. He's creating his own shots, too. We have inbound by Miami, and a 2-point shot by Hawkes. Jr. is good. He got the 1-foot layup to go, and we're back to a tie game. 41-41. 8:45 left to go. KJ Martin comes in, puts up a 2, no, grabs his own rebound. Fight for the loose ball on the floor, though, between Adebayo and Martin and Reed as they try to pass it off to each other. The Sixers do somehow come back up with it. Hield gets it. He throws it away into the backcourt to Campaign, and we have a shot clock violation called. So a big loose ball on the floor as Martin tried to go up with a little shot. He tried to grab the rebound, but Bam Adebayo was right there, and Paul Reed tried to snag it from him. The ball got loose. It was battered around, and it ended up into the hands of Buddy Hield, and Hield just threw it away. Probably should have just held on to it, but nonetheless, we play on. Adebayo getting it in the post. He's being double-teamed by Martin and Reed. They kick it out to a wide-open 3 that's up, and that goes in and out by Haywood Highsmith. They got the look, just could not cash in. Payne on the drive. He'll take it over towards the right side of the lane, or right side of the wing, that is, over on the far side. A little pick and roll to Paul Reed, and Payne overthrew it, but he got his dribble back. He actually got the pass back, and Reed puts up a 3 on the other side, and he got it to go. That was a broken play. Reed was supposed to go all the way towards the lane, but it just deflected off of his hands. Campaign was there to back him up. He got the deflection, and Reed just hit a 3. That's not how it was supposed to go, but hey, it's a results type of a game. Hero all the way to Highsmith for 3. Got it. Haywood Highsmith just hit the 23-footer, and we're back to a deuce. 7:28 left to go in this back-and-forth game so far. Maxey goes up with a little teardrop and puts it in with the right hand in the lane. Sixers back up by 2. There's 7:18 left to go in the second quarter. Martin, Reed, Maxey, Hield, and Payne all out there. 3-pointer by Tyler Hero from 27 feet. It's no good, and the Sixers are going to get the ball back. It was last touched by Kane. So Kane, or that was a that was Tyler Hero. That was. So Hero touched it last, and the Sixers will just get the ball once again. 7:05 left to go in the second quarter. Tyrese Maxey dribbles it over towards the near side of the three-point line. Gets a screen set. Steps back, pulls up for 3, and that goes in and out. 5 points for Maxey. 12 points for Maxey, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds as well. Highsmith hands it off to Bam Adebayo over on the far elbow. And Adebayo finds a cutting Highsmith to the rim, and he puts it up and in. Lots of dunks given up in this game. And again, that's what happens when you're not doing so well at guarding the post, and you're just focusing more on the perimeter. Payne gets it over on the near wing at the three-point line, tries to hand it off to Paul Reed, almost threw it away. Reed back outside to Hield. Hield on a little pump fake. He'll drive it right through traffic. Hands it off to KJ Martin, and Martin's layup is good as gold again. So KJ Martin again, once he's able to score it, and he now has 7 points. He's 3 for 5 from the field. Both teams have 12 assists. Hero loses the basketball, and Cam Payne, who tried to sneak it from behind, he actually tipped it, but they're going to call a personal foul on Cam Payne, and the Sixers do call a timeout here. Cam Payne not so happy with the call. I thought maybe he got all ball there, but I have to see the replay for itself. And with 6:10 remaining in the opening half, the Sixers call a timeout. Smash those likes, people. Come on. Come on, man. Oh, boy. Name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I just bit my tongue. It's been a really weird day. Mike, just be glad that you are not in the same room. My family has thrown me out of the living room. I definitely have issues. Oh, Grace. I kind of remember what that felt like when my older sister was at the house, and when I was younger, she had friends over and stuff. But you do things for the people that you love and all that sort of stuff. But, yeah, so I can kind of understand that. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell icons and hit that thumbs up button. Grace, I'm actually going to make you a mod. You don't, so basically all it is that if people are just, not behaving in the chat or, whatever, you can just, put them in a timeout. I'm going to make you a mod. You've been on here for a little bit of time, so if you don't really have to do anything, but I am going to put you in charge as well, give you a little wrench. I hit that like button like that. Why is this not popping up? Sorry about this. There we go. We'll save that. Cool. I hit that thumbs up button. There we go. So now when you type, or when you write something, you should see a wrench next to your name. Did I give? Well, I didn't give you a mod. I'll do that too. I'll make you a mod as well. Add as moderator. Standard mod. There we go. Nice. You guys are the best. Shout out to each and every one of you. Grace, thank you. You've been really, really loyal on here. It really means a lot. So that's great. A 14-4 ball game in Boston. I was looking at some of these other scores. The Celtics have a 10-point lead against the Brooklyn Nets. The Knicks, who the Sixers will play on next Thursday to start off half number 2 of the season, they are down by 5 with 7:21 remaining in the first half. And that's in Orlando. It's 44-39. The Charlotte Hornets have a 3-point lead at home against the Atlanta Hawks with 4:10 remaining in the second quarter. And those are all the games that are on right now in the Eastern Conference. So it's 48-46, and we have a ball that goes out of bounds off of Tyler Hero as we're back in action. Sorry about that. 14 points for Buddy Hield, 1 rebound, and 3 assists as well. The Sixers have the ball. So the lineup out there, it's Martin, Reed, Maxey, Hield, and Oubre Jr. as the ball is deflected, and it goes into the hands of Haywood Highsmith. And Highsmith is, or Caleb Martin that was. Adebayo just missed a shot. Caleb Martin tries to go up with a little shot of his, and he is able to not make that one. And Haywood Highsmith is able to make the shot on the other side off the Nikola Jovic assist. So that makes it 49-48. Sixers down by 1 with 5:25 remaining in the second quarter. Hield is trapped over on the far side of the three-point line. He's being double-teamed, being guarded by Tyler Hero. Hands it off to Kelly Oubre Jr., puts up a little runner with the left hand, and he got it to go. Sixers back in front by 1 with 5:10 remaining in the second quarter. Jovic with a bounce pass to Hero. Hero goes up with a shot, and he got it to go. Over KJ Martin, too. Not so easy. No foul was called, and that's 51-50 Miami. It's been a back-and-forth game, a game of cat and mouse, if you will. Maxey finds Martin, cut into the basket, tries to pass it to him, and it's deflected. It goes out of bounds, but we have a personal foul called on Nikola Jovic. So KJ Martin has been very active in this game. 7 points were in. He was actually perfect from the field in his very last game. He's 3 for 5 tonight, 1 for 2 from three-point range. And the Sixers again have the inbound. Hield to Oubre. Oubre and Hield playing a game of catch. Hield tries to find Paul Reed. Reed all the way to Martin, and Martin was in the dunker spot, and he throws it down for 2. KJ Martin. Oh, he's making a name for himself tonight. That was a beautiful, ferocious dunk as he just almost took the building off. Martin, step back 3. That's Caleb Martin going up against KJ Martin, and Caleb Martin does not have his way. Sixers got the rebound. Hield out in transition for 3. It's his 5th one of the game that he's converted. 55-51. Buddy Hield has been on fire. Somebody call the fire department. 4:05 remaining in the second quarter. Reed tries to deflect it off the hands of Bam Adebayo, but he gets called for the foul. My gosh. Buddy Hield has really just been unstoppable and has gone Super Saiyan from three-point range. And how about the jam by KJ Martin before that? That was absolutely incredible. He just got it over his defender and was able to show off his athleticism. 4 minutes left to go. We'll fix the scoreboard during the break. Jaquez works around the screen, zigzags his way through, kicks it back out to Caleb Martin, and Martin's over on the far corner. He was at the three-point line, swings it out to Jaquez for 3 on the near wing. No good. Shot clock was winding down. It was on the far wing, but KJ Martin grabbed the rebound. Kelly Oubre Jr. all the way to Martin. They play a game of catch. And now a dribble handoff to Buddy Hield. Hield back to Oubre. Oubre tries to bind a low bump fake. He goes into the lane, puts up a shot, and he's fouled with 3:35 left to go in the first half, and no earnest stripes over at the foul line. The foul was called. It is on Nikola Jovic, who's playing at the power forward position tonight. All right, so there we go. There it is. Cool stuff. Great stuff. Love it. So we have a couple foul shots coming. Jovic got called for the shooting foul. And it'll be Duncan Robinson who enters in for Nikola Jovic. 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Are they just going to call a common foul on the floor? They said it was a shooting foul, but no, it's a common foul. Even the ESPN crew got a little bit mixed up on it. Kelly Oubre Jr. gets the inbound. All the way to Paul Reed. Reed to Maxey. Maxey to KJ Martin. Martin tried to drive it to the lane, kicks it out to Reed. Reed kicks it out to Hield for another 3. He puts it up. Almost got it to go. It was contested. He grabs his own rebound. It was tipped by Reed all the way to Hield. Hield dribbles it out. He wants to ISO on Duncan Robinson. What's he going to do? He passes it to Maxey. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. It's tripped and stolen away by Jaquez. 2-on-1 situation. Robinson to Jaquez. Jaquez back to Robinson, and Robinson puts it up for 2, and he's fouled by Hield. And the one thing about Buddy Hield on defense is that he fouls him. He fouls Robinson, and they'll have to go to the line for one more. But there was a play the other night when the Sixers were coming down the stretch, and Donovan Mitchell stole an inbound, and Buddy Hield. It was a bad pass by Campaign over at center court off the inbound, and Hield actually fouled Donovan Mitchell. It was in the act of shooting, and that's something that you got to be a little bit careful of if you're Buddy Hield. That's the whole point. 54-53, and the Heat tie it back at 54 apiece as Duncan Robinson goes to the line and converts on the old-fashioned three-point play. So 3:03 left to go in the second quarter. A big game between both these teams. The Heat are 29-25. Sixers are 32-21. Reed at the top of the perimeter, and I'll pass it off to Oubre Jr. over on the far side of the three-point line. Backs up towards the Wells Fargo Center. Dribbles with the right hand, and we have a reach-in foul called, or a timeout. It's a 3-second defensive violation called on Bam Adebayo. And the Heat, I believe, are going to, I don't know if they're going to challenge this. I guess that they will. They call a timeout. And Eric Spoelstra not so happy about that call. So with 2:48 left to go in this second quarter, we have another timeout called by Miami. Love it. Thoughts on this game so far, man? Hit the like button. It's free, and this content is fabulous. Help JJ out. Thank you so much. I know that we're not on our A game today so far, and we will definitely pick things up, But I don't know. I'm happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here. You know, every time I come on here, for the most part, I feel like I'm in another realm. I really do. I feel like it's just a conversation at the end of the day. You and I are talking, and we're having a conversation. And I think that, not to get too deep here, but I think that that's what makes this whole connection so real when we talk about it from a digital media perspective. I always like to tell people, okay, when I was really young, I enjoyed listening to Harry Kalas. He was my favorite broadcaster. Loved listening to Phillies games with him from 07 to, or pretty much from 2006 to 2011. I had to listen to all the Phillies games. And the big reason why was because Harry was there. But I always wondered, how would it feel if I got to talk to Harry? Because I always felt like Harry was talking to me, and it wasn't the game itself that always stood out to me. It was just the stories and other things that he would say that were very powerful and inspiring. And I always liked that. And so I think that this takes it to another level. And the point is that just imagine if Harry Kalas was doing this and actually having a conversation with you. I think that he would really enjoy that. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. That's the main reason why I'm doing this, because I think that it's all part of storytelling, and we get you guys involved too. You know? It's interactive. 54-54 is the score with 2:48 left to go in the second quarter. So Buddy Hield, he had a big two. It looked like his foot was on the line. I don't know if they called it a 3 or not. The last shot that he hit was a 3, though. So we have a 3-second defensive violation called. It was on Bam Adebayo. So the Heat did call a timeout. They did not challenge it. Tyler Hero enters into the game for Duncan Robinson. And Buddy is going to be elected to go to the line. How about 16 points for Hield? They say that he's 4 for 6 from 3. So they do erase that other shot that he hit. It was not from 3 because his foot was on the line. But he does end up making that foul shot to make it 55-54. Sixers again at home as they go from right to left. And the Heat are going from left to right. Hield gets the inbound. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. He's at the top of the key. Dribbles with the left hand. Hands it off to Oubre. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And Oubre is able to go down with Caleb Martin. But Caleb Martin, I think he planted a seed. Yep, he did. And Oubre gets called for the charge. Buddy is on fire, says Grace Martinez. Absolutely. So Caleb Martin was the one that had his feet planted right in the lane, and Oubre just got called for the charge and the offensive foul. That's the 6th turnover by the Sixers, just 4 for Miami again. 2:28 remaining again in the second quarter. Another dribble handoff to Tyler Hero, and we have a whistle called against Miami as Maxey took a tumble to the floor, and it's a turnover on Haywood Highsmith, who's set an illegal pick. An offensive foul, and that's back-to-back offensive fouls. And the Sixers, let's see if they can capitalize once again. Boy, you look at the little screen set by Highsmith, and he just tripped up Maxey. Oubre with another dump pass to Maxey, and Maxey with a no-look pass to KJ Martin in the lane. Puts up a little runner. No. Reed trying to fight for the rebound and trying to put it up and in, but it lands in the hands of Caleb Martin. Martin finds an outlet pass to Tyler Hero. Martin thought he blocked it, but it was goaltending called, and that was the right call because it was above the rim and it was about to hit the rim. 56-55, and Miami strikes and retakes the lead on the on the goaltending call once again. We have a loose ball, And a strip and a steal as Hero tries to go up with a three. That goes in and out, and Reed comes up with a rebound. They cut to the camera really quickly, so we didn't get to see what happened. Oubre to Maxey. Maxey steps back, lets it fly from the far wing. Got it! Tyrese Maxey able to hit a three-pointer. That was a huge shot, too, to just give them some sort of life. Martin on a drive to the basket, going over K.J. Martin, and K.J. Martin gets called for the shooting foul. And good job by Caleb Martin to just initiate that contact with 93 seconds to go. And he'll slow the game down again as the Heat are in the bonus, and they'll try to retie the game. Maxey's step-back three-pointer was absolutely lethal, and that was over Haywood Highsmith, too. That is the second three hit tonight by Tyrese Maxey. 93 seconds left to go, and here is Martin's first foul shot. He puts it up, and he drains it. There's Scott Foster, one of the officials, the longtime officials for the NBA, was talking with Tyrese Maxey here. It's 58-57. We had another foul shot that was shot by Martin, but they didn't count that, and now they're going over towards the Heat sideline. I think Spoelstra wants to have some words with him. He didn't call a timeout, nothing like that. Mad Maxey, come on, let's go, says Grace. We have 30 people on here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'll go get and do your thing. Did they call a timeout? I don't think that they did. I don't understand what's going on. Nick Nurse looks a little bit confused as well. Again, the Heat are in the bonus. And it's 58-57. Sixers up by 1. How about Buddy Hield over the last 3 games? He's averaging 22.3 points per game in the Sixers uniform. He's shooting 44.8% from 3 and is averaging about 4.3 rebounds per game as well. So Caleb Martin tries to tie the game, and he does so. It's 58-58 with 1:30 remaining in the second quarter. Oubre gets it over at the Wells Fargo Center sign on the far side and gets the dribble handoff from Buddy Hield. They swing it around, and the ball finds Maxey over at the top of the key. Reed was trying to roll down low. Maxey did not want to find him. He instead goes up to K.J. Martin. Martin with the dribble handoff to Reed, and Reed pulls up, and he puts it in with a little layup. 60-58, Sixers back up by 2. Here's Tyler Hero on a little drive to the basket, a little bit of contact, but the whistles remain silent again, and he ties the game back at 60 apiece. 58 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Maxey to Hield for 3 on the near wing. It's airballed and rebounded by Tyler Hero. Outlet pass to Caleb Martin. Martin trying to roll down there with that steam. He lost the ball. It goes out of bounds, and the Sixers will get the ball back. Caleb Martin just lost his dribble. It was not even touched by Maxey. It went out of bounds towards the Heat baseline, and it'll be Sixers basketball as they try to take the lead once again. Can they do so? Comment down below. 46.2 seconds remaining in the second quarter as we've had a back and forth ball game with a lot of action. So, Campaign will step in, Campaign steps in. It's Reed, Maxey, Hield, Oubre Jr., and Payne. Here's Maxey at the top of the key. He tries to roll to the basket, tries to pass it, and it's deflected and stolen away by Jaquez. 4-on-5 basketball again. And here's Kane going up with a little shot. It's blocked by Oubre and rebounded by Tyler Hero. He goes up with a shot. How about Paul Reed with the defense? Kelly Oubre Jr. and B-ball. Paul being very active on the defensive side. 18 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Shot clock not in blood just yet. Maxey having a staring contest with Adebayo. Over at the logo. Works over towards the right side. Finds Hield at the top of the key. Hield with a dribble hand off to Maxey. 3 seconds left. He steps back. He goes up with a low runner. It's good! 1.4 seconds to go. Sixers up by 2. Adebayo gets the inbound. He has to put up a prayer, and it's not going to be good. It does not get off in time. But the Sixers are up by 2 as we go into halftime. How about Tyrese Maxey just making a nice 2-pointer? It was a runner. He actually knew that the penetration was coming, and he was really smart about it and just leaned in to the pump fake and just went up with a little runner. But the defense by the Sixers, the Kelly Oubre Jr. block on Tyler Hero's shot, and then the rebound by Miami, and the Caleb Martin shot that went up, and that was no good. Paul Reed actually got the rebound. It was actually Tyler Hero that missed the layup. So Hero missed the layup, and then Jamal Cain was the one that got blocked before that. But just an incredible first half of events for the Philadelphia 76ers. What's up? How is everybody doing? DFJ Hoops is here. What's going on, DFJ? How you doing, my guy? We love you, man. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. Now go again and do your thing. I wanted to make sure that I read. There were a couple of comments that I wanted to read really, really quickly. Dang, this team is so confusing sometimes, it's James. First half thoughts, guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Buddy Hield is an A-plus addition. So far, so good for Buddy Hield, Kurum. Thank you so much for coming on here as well. This is going back to the Harry Kalas thing. JJ, I'm an old head. You only had a short time with Harry. I had the opportunity to hear him, of Richie since I think late 70s, 80s. Great to some. Great to some. Yes, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying that I felt like I had a connection with him for sure, and I know that it was maybe not as long as other people's were able to listen to him, but he did have the bottom line is that he had a really big impact, and, being able to listen to him all the time was a pleasure, and I really felt like I had a connection with him, but yes. What else do we have? I thought I missed a comment. I felt like I hear Harry Kalas' voice saying, "You make the call." A spot he did for the Inside the NFL. Yeah, he's great. Sixers will win. Maxey hasn't even started yet, and Kelly will come alive in the second half. Well, you say that, but I'll tell you this, and I'm going to pull up the box score and pull that up for each and every one of you so that way you can see it for yourself. But Maxey has 17 points. 17 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And Paul Reed, by the way, I haven't really given him his flowers, but he has 7 points, 10 rebounds in this game, and 2 assists. And he's going up against he's going up against Bam Adebayo. And Bam not really having the best game so far in this one. They don't need Tobias Harris, says Dexter. That's been the narrative. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I'm focusing on this game right now. Philippines love the Sixers, says Richard Phillips. DFJ, his comment is, I don't know why teams can't counter Miami's defensive coverages. They run this same 2-3 zone, and for whatever reason, teams in the East can't counter it. Well, part of it is just because of Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley. That is kind of part of it. But I would say that when you watch the game tonight, like, I agree to an extent. It's tough because you don't know what they're going to do, if they're going to pull up from 3. This team, they haven't really been a bad three-point shooting team this year. So they can hit their shots. But a lot of the times, because the Sixers really haven't had much of a post presence, they're getting a lot of dunks. So the pick and roll and this 2-3 zone has really been working out for them because the Sixers don't have the same amount of size that they should have when everybody's fully healthy. So they are missing that. But with that being said, this team is doing a really good job in the rebounding department. They really are. They have 22 rebounds in this game compared to the 19 that Miami has. So we're going to pull up the stats for you guys. I want to make sure that you guys can see everything and all that good stuff. All right, we'll do this. Where is it? Why isn't it coming up? Oh, it's because... There we go. Nope, that's not the right one. Nope, that's not it either. There we go. Good. That's better. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell icons. That way you'll know when I upload. He would also swap between radio and TV, Harry, that was. Yeah. That's the other thing is that, all right, so TV is a different medium than radio, of course. I like the radio style of things better because it's more descriptive, and I feel like that's more of a challenge than doing TV, but TV has pluses and minuses too. It's a director's medium, so you have to be able to talk and listen at the same time, and that's not so easy. Ashburn and Calvis were great to listen to. Rich, he said his mind. Where is Butler? Butler's not in this game, so no Jimmy Butler and no Terry Rozier, and also no Josh Richardson, who was a former Sixer as well. It was traded for Jimmy Butler after the sign and trade. That's just funny to think about. That's true, too, says DFJ Hoops. Part of it is just scheme, right? Like, that's what Miami does a really good job at, and that's been the Pat Riley way in a lot of ways. So I think that it's just a part of their culture. It's a part of their brand of basketball that they play, and they're going to try to pick your defense apart, and if they and against the 2-3 zone, they can understand if you don't have enough size or if you don't have as much size as you should, well, they're going to try to attack you at the rim. All right, Jimmy Butler's not playing. They can still shoot threes. They can still do things. And because of the coaching staff and because of the way that the team plays in that, every player plays in that system, they're still a very competitive team. That's just how it is because their organization is great. Butler is away from the team. He's dealing with the death of a family member. Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yes, you're right. Jimmy is out due to a family. Yeah, he asked for a leave. That is, that's really unfortunate. Thanks, Grace. Radio is definitely harder. Yeah, radio is more complicated for sure. But look, we can get into the whole the whole geekiness of just radio and TV, but I'm sure that you guys want to hear more about the game and the analysis. So, with that being said, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I upload. If you guys have any questions, though, please feel free to ask down below about broadcasting or anything like that. I'd be glad to answer those questions. But as of now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit more about this game. So we're going to make this a little bit bigger for you guys to see. Sorry about that. Where is it? Boom. Nope, I got to hit this. Now, boom, 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 boom. Okay. Great. So here are the Sixers stats so far. Hey, y'all, how was the first half? Well, here you go. I'm pulling it up for you right now so that way you can see it for yourself. I'm doing it just for you, Dark. So the Sixers have had Tyrese Maxey and Buddy Hield leading the way in the scoring department. They both put up 17 points. Buddy Hield has been magnificent from three. Thought he had 5 threes, but they actually took one away because his foot was on the line. It was his right foot that was on the line. And he's just 4 for 7, as if that's nothing. He's 6 for 9 from the field as well in 23 minutes. And the other thing I like about just by looking at these stats from the Sixers starting 5 so far is that everybody has scored. There have been times this season, and even when Joel Embiid has played, right, where not everybody scores. And it's so refreshing to actually see guys scoring out there and the Sixers playing really good team basketball. Sometimes you're going to have to rely on your star players. Sometimes it's just going to be their night. But then there's times where you have to have really good ball movement and the rock can't be stale. You have to make sure that you're giving people their touches. And tonight, I think that the Sixers have done such a great job in that area, really. And that's a testament to them because they've been so dominant just from that perspective. Let's scroll up a little bit so that way you can see Miami's points. How about 11 points from Haywood Highsmith off their bench? He's 3 for 7 from 3. Again, this is a guy who leaves the Sixers, and all of a sudden, he becomes a very good role player with this Heat team. He's 27 years old. He's in his 3rd season in the NBA, and look, he was drafted in the 2018 he was actually undrafted. And the Sixers had him in the 2018-19 season, and they were not able to, to have him play a whole lot of games for them. And comes over to Miami, and he finds a home. And that's just what they do. They pick up these guys off the street, that can just play basketball, the Gabe Vincents of the world and the Haywood Highsmiths of the world, and they turn out to be really nice role players. And that's a testament to how great their culture is. So just wanted to make sure that I just threw that out there too, for sure. I wanted to see something else really, really quickly before I get back into the whole box score of this game. The one thing that I will say before I get back to your comments, because I want to hear what your grades are for this first half of this game. But the other thing I'm going to say is that the Sixers have done a very, and I mean a very, very good job at rebounding the basketball. Grace said it in the very beginning. This team needs to be rebounding at a very good level against this squad that they're going up against. Now, can they keep this up? That's the question, because you know that Spoelstra is going to make adjustments. And Nick Nurse, I think, is doing a good job so far in this ball game. But is this going to come down to coaching? Is it just going to come down to execution? Can the Sixers continue to still keep that same hustle when they go out there in the second half? And are they going to have enough energy and not run out of gas? That's what I would like to know. Defense creates opportunities, says Houston to Dave. That's for sure. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We're going to back out of this. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't want to minimize your comment. That's not what I intended on doing. I'm not trying to get rid of Houston to Dave's comment. Heck no. All right, there we go. I think we're going to take this off now. Let's see. I want to scroll back up to see some of your comments. Again, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live or if I upload. We're live for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. We do play-by-plays for all those things on here, man. Maxey has developed. Maxey developed because of his work ethic. Yes, it's because of his work ethic for sure. And look at where he is right now, guys. Every single year, if you actually analyze Tyrese Maxey's stats, they have exponentially gotten so much better. You know, that's the really crazy thing about it. We can look at that at another time. But, yeah, Maxey's playing really well in this game. The Sixers never developed the youth. This is a problem. And see, that's what it goes back to. That's why I say the Haywood Highsmiths, like the Gabe Vincents of the world, these guys that are just picked up off the streets. Miami has a very good developmental system. I don't know if you guys follow baseball like me. I know that some of you guys are like basketball, Sixers fans, but it's the same exact thing for the Phillies. We had the conversation, I remember last year, where I was on during a postgame show, and I asked everybody, if the Braves are so good at developing young talent, why can't the Phillies do the same thing? And now they're starting to go into the right direction because they have the Preston Mattingleys of the world, right? They have the Dave Dombrowskis that are in charge of the front office and that are running the organization now, and they're doing the right things. But before, when you had Matt Klentak and Andy McPhail at the head of the helm, that was not the case. And guys just weren't doing a good job at developing other players. My boy right here. Shout out to Mr. Man Created God. I love that name, by the way. That's so cool. Where was it? I missed it. Bro, I can't believe that your views aren't way up since being on for RB. You're really, really good. You're my go-to guy now for Sixers game. RB reacts to the game, doesn't call it. Love how you create a picture for me. Dude, I really appreciate that, and man, I'm a big fan of RB, shout out to him. But again, we do things differently, and I think that that's the really unique thing about this is that we can't appease all audiences for sure, but for people that don't get cable, for people that can't see the TV, or for people that, want to watch the game, some people actually like listening to the radio call when they watch the game too, and that's something that I think is really cool. So we really try to give that platform to different people out there as well. We're just about ready to start off the third quarter. We got to refresh this page, so that's what we're going to do right now. Thank you all again for commenting on here. What's up, Cam? How you doing, man? Thank you so much. JJ's an actual sports. Grace, don't make me blush. Thanks. I appreciate that, guys. All right, so KJ Martin will try to pull up a little runner, and that's no good. And Adebayo tries to go up with a shot on the other side, and he gets it rebounded by Tyrese Maxey. Tried to go coast to coast. Good ball movement by the Sixers. Oubre Jr. on the drive to the basket, puts it up and in. That was like a 1-2-3 pass from Maxey to Hield over on the far side, and Hield was able to find Oubre in the dunker spot just underneath the basket, and the Sixers have a 4-point lead once again. We'll adjust the scoreboard after a break. In play, Adebayo with a step back two over B-ball Paul. That's no good. And Adebayo has hit that shot a lot of times tonight, but that time he's human. Maxey, he'll dribble it towards the lane, and he'll just dribble it back out towards the logo, being guarded by Tyler Hero. Goes to the lane again, tries to go up with a shot. It's blocked. KJ Martin gets it. Martin to Oubre Jr. for three on the near side. No good again. And Duncan Robinson grabs his miss. Robinson over on the far side. He'll take it towards the lane, kicks it out to Hero. Hero all the way to Caleb Martin for three. Caleb Martin being guarded by KJ Martin, and KJ Martin has his way as it's rebounded by Tyrese Maxey. Good defense by KJ on the defensive side of the basketball. They swing it around the timeline, the Sixers that is. The ball finds Oubre, and now it finds Maxey over on the near side. Maxey in the lane, goes up with a right-handed shot, and he's fouled as well. He'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play, and the Sixers are up by 6 points. The Sixers have come out of the gates with a lot of energy and have just picked up where they left off in that first half. Lots of ball movement, lots of movement away from the basketball, and even Maxey, he's just been a driver. And that's what you want from Tyrese Maxey. You want to see him just try to go to the hoop at times and not just stand out at the three-point line. And that's why he has 20 points in tonight's game, 4 assists and 6 rebounds. So we're about 2 minutes underway. Nikola Jovic is at the top of the key, and we have a whistle called. So now we're going to adjust the scoreboard once again. I apologize about that. And we are good. I like this a lot better than the ESPN app. I just really, really do. All right. We have RB's a good show, but he's always asking for likes more than calling the game. 67-60. Again, Hero at the top of the key, being guarded by Maxey. Dribbles over towards the right, spins, rolls out, kicks it out to Jovic. Jovic with a little Euro step, kicks it back out to Caleb Martin over on the far side. Duncan Robinson, three-pointer. It's up and in. So good ball movement again by the Miami Heat, and Robinson hits it from the far wing at the three-point line, and it's 67-63. Sixers lead it by 4. Hield steps back. He'll try to drive it. He kicks it out to Kelly Oubre Jr. on the near side at the three-point line. Oubre on the drive to the basket. Can't put it up and in. The ball gets volleyballed, and finally, after about 5 tips, it goes into the hands of Jovic. Jovic dumps it off to Caleb Martin. Martin being guarded by Reed in the lane, as he'll kick it back out to Duncan Robinson. Robinson back to Martin. Martin with a dribble handoff to Robinson. Robinson in the lane. Kicks it back out. Three-pointer by Tyler Hero on the far side. No good again. And Tyrese Maxey comes up with his miss. He grabs the rebound. That's his 5th rebound of the ball game. Maxey at the three-point line from the top of the key. Lets it fly. No good. Oh, it's airballed. He just needed a couple of more. He needed just some more oomph on that, and then he probably would have had it. Hero at the top of the perimeter, and he tries to hand it off to Bam Adebayo. Adebayo did not anticipate that. It landed off of his hands. It went into the hands of Jovic. Jovic to Adebayo, and Adebayo goes down the lane with nobody on him, and he's fouled. He got fouled from behind by, I believe it was Tyrese Maxey. And it's now 67-65 with less than 9 minutes to go. Maxey was stumbling in just a little bit of pain as he is bent over, has both hands on both knees. And again, we'll have another foul shot coming up in just a few moments. We got 31 people on here. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. So Oubre Jr. got the shooting foul called against him. It was not Tyrese Maxey. Austin Krell just tweeted out that Maxey is hurt. Looks like Paul Reed stepped on his ankle. Campaign immediately coming in for him. Uh-oh, that's not good. Paul Hudrick just said Paul Reed stepped on his foot, and Maxey's being checked out by the training staff, so hopefully he's okay. 8:55 left to go. Bam Adebayo makes the foul shot, and that makes it 67-66 right now. Here's Payne on a little runner for the Sixers, and he puts that one up and in, and the Sixers retake the lead. They're back up by 3 points, 69-66, 8:34 left to go. Hero kicks it back out to Jovic. Jovic tries to drive it inside, And Jovic finds Caleb Martin for three. Too much mustard on that one, but an offensive rebound all the way to Adebayo at the foul line. It was tipped by Reed. Reed couldn't get it, and Adebayo got the board. Adebayo on a drive to the basket. And he gets fouled by B-Ball Paul with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Again, the Sixers, they are doing a good job at just playing defense, but they've been fouling a little bit more than you would like. And now Maxey's going back to the locker room, so hopefully he's okay. Oh, boy, that would not be good. So, again, Paul Reed, in case you're wondering, he stepped on Maxey's toe. He was trying to go up with I guess it was a rebound at the time, and Maxey just got hurt on the play. And that's not what you want to see from your star player. Yep, I got it. Controllers, it's just a different type of podcast, for sure. That's exactly what it is. We're different, man. We're absolutely different. Boy, we're getting a lot of comments on here. This is awesome. Those of you who came from RB's channel, please make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Can enjoy play-by-play with JJ. Remember to be positive. It's just two different ways of announcing the game. Exactly. 1,000%. All right, so Maxey still has that ankle injury. Yep, I know. Well, yep. 69-68. Ricky Council, the fourth, comes in for Kelly Oubre Jr. And Adebayo, who makes the first foul shot, is able to capitalize and now make it a 69-68 ball game. 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Buddy Hield has it over on the far side. He'll try to go up with a little shot. Kissed it off the window. He had to put up a prayer, and he couldn't get it. Bam Adebayo was able to come up with his miss. The Sixers had about 3 guys there, and they could not grab the rebound. Adebayo being guarded by Reed. He kicks it out. The ball swings around the timeline. Hero with a little pump fake. Steps back for a 3. And that's off the mark. Hits off the front of the rim, and Martin again comes up with another rebound. Sixers only up by 1 with 7:30 remaining in the third quarter. Again, we still have plenty of basketball left to go. Payne kicks it out to Oubre for 3, or Council for 3, and it's tipped out by Paul Reed as it was off the mark. Reed to Payne, puts it up, can't put it in, and another rebound by Bam Adebayo. We have a loose ball foul called on the Sixers. Boy, a lot of action in this game between both of these teams, and again, so Tyrese Maxey not out there. It's Ricky Council the fourth. It's KJ Martin, Paul Reed, Buddy Hield, and Cam Payne all out there for the Sixers. Hield has 17 points. He has 6 assists as well. Just 1 rebound, but Reed was 7 and 11 and 2. 7 points, 11 boards, and 2 dimes. Here's Hield over on the near side of the three-point line. Lobs it inside to Paul Reed. Reed with a little step-back J. He got it. Oh, man, the jumper itself, the form looks a little bit awkward, but, it's money at times for sure. 71-68 again. We have a shot that goes up, and that's in by Tyler Hero, but they won't count the bucket. We have a foul called, or are they going to count it? I don't know. 6:58 remaining in the third quarter, and now KJ Martin is heading over to the bench. Hopefully Maxey's okay. Just saw RB tweet. So it's 71-68, and we have a timeout called. That's all that I can see right now. Can't tell who called the timeout and if the shot was just going to count or not. But whatever. Just glad to have found JJ. He's my cup of tea. Love it. Love it. Absolutely. Yeah. We're a different style, That's exactly what it is. So. How was everybody's day? Richard says, I like JJ's podcast because he's not concerned about getting money. He talks sports, not drinking. I stopped watching RB here in the Philippines. Yep. We try to keep it real, man. Again, different style, different type of a cast. And we have fun. Both of us love to have fun on our streams, for sure. And we got each other's backs. That's just how it goes, bro. No updates on Tyrese Maxey just yet. I will keep you all posted. That's why we have Twitter open, guys. Terquavion Smith is about to check in for the first time tonight, says Austin Krell. And Austin, of course, does a good job. Used to be on the Opinion Lines, but he covers the Sixers for 97.3 ESPN. And he's a contributor on USA Today as well. Yesterday was fun running the snowblower. Oh, boy. How much snow did you get, man? How much snow did you get? I didn't really get a lot of snow yesterday. But it was actually really, it was not so good out in the morning, and then by the afternoon, it was like nothing happened. Everything cleared up for the most part. So, you got 7.5 inches? Oh, boy. Wow. That's crazy. Rain was my snowblower here. Yep, Mike Green knows what I'm talking about. If you guys are new to the channel, tell a friend about this channel. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I upload. I got non-law, 54 degrees in Las Vegas. Wow. 54 in Vegas. Wow. That's wild. Grace, did you I know that the Super Bowl, of course, was in Las Vegas. Stupid question. I'm sure you watched it, but did you watch it? and if so, like, what was your viewing experience like out in Las Vegas? Was it cool? I know that sounds a little bit of an awkward question. The way that I phrased it, I couldn't think of a better way to do it. So Maxey is back out there. I want to make sure that I say that. So Maxey is back out there, and he seems to be okay right now. He's not in the game just yet, but he just came out of the tunnel. 71-68 Payne on the dribble, handoff to Council. Council unselfishly hands it off to Reed, and Reed is able to put it up and in. So Ricky Council, the fourth, with a no-look handoff, if you will, to Paul Reed. It was kind of like a quarterback handing it off to his running back, and that makes it 73-68 with 6:25 remaining in the third quarter. Caleb Martin tries to put up a shot. He gets the shot off. He actually got it in, but they won't count the bucket. They're going to say a foul was called on the floor, and that's going to go against Philadelphia. Eric Spoelstra wants an explanation of that because, to be honest with you, I thought that was a foul in the act of shooting. Terquavion Smith is in for K.J. Martin. And again, Paul Reed is the one that just made the layup for the Sixers on the offensive side. There's 6 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this third quarter. Seems like this game has been going on for quite some time. Adebayo gets the inbound from Hero, and he'll hand it back off to Duncan Robinson, who's been lighting it up from downtown. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Robinson to Martin on the far side for three. In and out it goes, and Reed pulls down the rebound. Throws it out to Campaign. Loose ball. Payne gets back up with it and finds Hield ahead. Hield hands it off again and passes it to Campaign. Payne steps into a jumper and goes up with a shot, no good, and Tyler Hero grabbed the rebound. It was actually deflected by Paul Reed, who came out of nowhere, and it actually ended up going out of bounds. Did you get my $5 donation? Oh my gosh, I don't think I did. Did I miss a super chat? Oh boy, don't tell me that I missed a super chat. I don't think I got it. I'm so sorry. 73-68 again. Sixers lead it by 5. Three-pointer by Caleb Martin, and that's off the mark. Caleb Martin tonight is just 1 for 7 from the field and has yet to hit a three. So Maxey's now on the bike. Reed tries to get it in the interior, but it's stolen away. Bad pass by Buddy Hield. Highsmith with the dribble handoff to Robinson. Robinson tries to find Adebayo down low. It's stolen away by Hield. It was actually tipped by Hield, stolen away by Council. Here is Oubre. Back to Council again. Terquavion Smith, that is, excuse me. Buddy Hield over on the near side. Hield over towards the logo. And he'll just hand it off. Here is Paul Reed again as he'll try to take it right to the cup. Kicks it back out to Campaign for a three-pointer. Too much mustard again on that one. So Terquavion Smith actually got his hand into the cookie jar and was able to grab a steal as we have a shot up by Duncan Robinson. And Robinson is now 3 for 3 from downtown. Reed trying to part the Red Sea with the little Euro step. Got it to go. 75-70 Sixers on top by 5. Highsmith again dribbling around the timeline, trying to bulldoze his way in the interior. Hands it off to Adebayo, who goes cutting in towards the lane. Nobody was on him, and he just got the runner to go. Good play call again by the Miami offense. That's what Eric Spoelstra does. You think that maybe that somebody else is going to go with a shot, but sometimes it's just the big man. Here's Terquavion Smith for 3 from downtown. No good again. And Adebayo, that is now rebound number 9. That's his third rebound of this quarter. 4 minutes left to go. Adebayo throws it away. He tried to find Caleb Martin over on the near side on the three-pointer, right at the near corner, and it just went out of bounds, and it goes into the seats. And the Sixers, can they try to capitalize? Tyrese Maxey subs back in. He was on the bike, and now subs back in for Terquavion Smith. So Adebayo's bad pass out of bounds. Gives the Sixers the ball again. Jaime Jaquez Jr., a former UCLA player, steps in for Bam Adebayo. And Tyler Hero will also take a quick seat as well. 4:08 left to go. Caleb Martin and Tyrese Maxey going at it just a little bit. And Hield hands it off again to Ricky Council, the fourth. Council goes up with a runner inside, puts it up, and the basketball gods say no. Jaquez grabs the rebound again. Jaime Jaquez, who's subbed in for Bam Adebayo. Kevin Love is the guy that comes in for Tower Hero. We have a shot that's up, and that is money in the bank by Duncan Robinson. He's been absolutely perfect from three, and we have a tie game at 75 apiece. 3:30 remaining in this third quarter, and what's been a back-and-forth action type of a game. Sixers have had the lead for the most part, though, in this third quarter. Reed with a jumper from the foul line. No. And Jaquez is the one that grabs another rebound. Love with a dribble handoff to Jaquez, who will try to go into the lane. Puts up a shot. It's deflected by Paul Reed. He goes up with a shot again, and we have a goaltending call against B-Ball. Paul thought he had a clean block. It hit the front of the rim, though. Oh, boy. Man, burping on the air. Ugh, that's not fun. That's not fun at all whatsoever. It actually hit the backboard first before Reed got the block, and Jaquez was looking at the ref saying, where's the goaltending call? And there it is. 77-75. Sixers could tie it with a 2 or go ahead with a 3. Payne from downtown. No, it's tipped by Love. Goes into the hands of Caleb Martin. Martin gets past half court. And he'll hand it off again to Robinson over on the near side. Robinson to Martin over at the foul line. We'll take a couple of dribbles. We'll put it up with the right hand. And he got the layup to go. It was actually in between a layup and a floater. Don't know what you call it. 79-75, though. That's the result of that basket. 2:43 remaining in the third quarter. Sixers have been on a little bit of a scoring drought, and you want to see them try to get out of this little funk that they're in. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. He holds at the top of the key. Dribbles across a couple defenders. Hands it off again to Ricky Council, the fourth. Council zigzags his way through towards the left side and finishes with the left hand on the left side of the baseline. 2:20 remaining in the third quarter again, as we have the conductor, and that's Jaime Jaquez Jr., who will just bounce past it to Kevin Love, and it goes in a bounce towards the far side. It'll go towards the Miami bench, and 15 seconds left on the shot clock, and the timeout called with 2:16 remaining in the third quarter. I'm going to take a very, very quick step off. I will be right back in just a few moments. Do not go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. And, I need a sip of water. I'll be right back. That's the bottom line. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. Be right back. wow. All right, we're back in action. Sixers down by 2. There's 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go in this third quarter, and what has been a really wild ball game between the Sixers and the Miami Heat. Again, the Heat, they won the first game of this regular season series, and that was by a final score of 119 to 113 on Christmas Day Eve. Jaquez gets the inbound. Jaquez with a turnaround jumper over KJ Martin, and he can't hit the shot there. Bamba grabbed the rebound, and Maxey has the ball over at the logo. Hands it off to Campaign. Payne tries to kick it back out to Maxey. Maxey's over at the logo again. 2 minutes left to go. Maxey conducting the traffic and controlling the tempo. Gets a screen set by Bamba. He's trapped, though, being double-teamed. Council on the near side for 3. On the near wing. Yes! And the Sixers take the lead, 80-79. Good assist again by Maxey. That is now apple number 7 for him. 95 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We have a three-pointer by Highsmith trying to answer back. He can't do so. It's tipped into the hands of Ricky Council the fourth. 4-on-4 basketball as 2 guys went down on the other side. 1 Sixer and 1 Heat member. Maxey trying to part the Red Sea as he goes through the lane with nobody on him, and he got it. 82-79. Tyrese Maxey has assisted or scored on the last 2 possessions for the Sixers. A 7-0 run by them, and they lead it by 3. 22 points for him. Robinson's over at the logo. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. 1 minute left to go. Payne steps up on him. Hicks it back out to Caleb Martin. Martin's at the foul line. Off the dribble. Goes up for 2. Bullseye. And Tyrese Maxey got tripped up again, but he gets helped up by his teammates. It's 82-81. Sixers out in front by 1 with 55 seconds to go. Payne slowing the tempo down. He's at the logo, and he'll just pass it off to Maxey. Maxey and Payne playing a game of catch. Maxey gets it back over at the top of the key. Back to Payne. Payne with a bounce pass to Bamba. Bamba goes up with a shot. It's up and in. And Kevin Love, are they going to call a blocking foul? I think they're going to call a charge. Kevin Love's feet were set into the lane, and Bamba predictably just went up with a shot. And again, this is not the first time that this has happened to Mo Bamba. There have been a couple of times this year where a defender just knows what he's going to do, and they just sacrifice their body, and you give them credit for being able to just do that, but it's been pretty predictable at times when you watch Mo Bamba just try to drive it to the lane. 82-81, 41.3 seconds to go, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Jaquez back in there. Bam Adebayo also steps in for Caleb Martin. Jaquez at the top of the key, working around Ricky Council the fourth, and now Maxey gets the switch on him. Jaquez with a runner, goes up, no. Love, put back, yes. 3 defenders were on Jaquez as they were trying to leap up for the rebound. It went into the hands of Love, and Love just volleyball tipped it in, and the Heat are back out in front by 1. 19 seconds to go. Shot clock not unplugged just yet. There's about 1 second separating the game clock from the shot clock. Maxey having a staring contest again with Jaquez. Gets a screen set by Bamba, and now gets the little switch that he wants. Hands it off to Council. Council step back 3 from way downtown. It's off the mark. Hits the front of the rim. Jaquez got the rebound. Jaquez almost got stolen away, but we have a foul call with 0.3 seconds to go. Are they going to call a travel? I think that they just call. Nope, they call a travel. So they call a travel on Jaquez. They say that he walked the floor, and the Sixers will get the basketball back with 0.3 seconds to go. So, and that's going to end the quarter. Did not see what happened. I guess it was inbounded, and that was just it. But we go into quarter number 4. Sixers down by 1. They lose the quarter, 23-20. And we go into the final frame. They'll be right back. The Sixers need to develop the rooks more over the summer. I tend to agree with that. 1,000%. I think Council has a lot of potential. I really do too. Ricky in this game, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist as well. His defense has really played a big impact in this game too. He's been very strong on that side of the basketball as well. He doesn't have any steals or blocks, but just watching him, just guarding players up closely, he's making an impact for sure. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, guys. Make sure you guys turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. We need 9 more subs to get to 1,750. Would love it if we got there pretty soon. All right, so now it is time for our NBA trivia question of the day. This is actually another 76ers trivia question. I like this one. So I'm going to ask you a Sixers trivia question, and if you get the question right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Okay. So I want to know, Which 76ers player was named MVP of the 1968 All-Star Game? Anybody know? Which Sixers player was the MVP of the 1968 All-Star Game? Maury's going to trade Ricky Council the fourth. Hopefully it's maybe for a bigger package. That would be nice. I'd have to see what the package is. But which Sixers player was named MVP of the 1968 All-Star Game? Dr. J. Incorrect. Charles Barkley, not in 1968. Was not around then. But good wild guess, I guess. Billy Cunningham? Billy C? Incorrect. Moses. 1968 All-Star Game. You guys have your timelines off. Wilt. Moses. No. Again, the Sixers, not the Warriors. Cunningham. Nope. You guys are all wrong. I picked a good one here. I like this one. I like it. It's great. Take a couple more guesses. I believe in you guys, man. I believe in you guys. Which 76ers player was named MVP of the 1968 All-Star Game? MVP of the 1968 All-Star Game. Anybody want to guess? Hal Greer. Correct. Got it. Hal Greer. He got it. Good job, Hardcore for All. Ryan Rowe also got it at the end. I see you, man. 83-82. And the Heat have the ball because they won the tip-off. Again, they go from right to left. Sixers going from left to right. Here's a three-pointer that's up by Highsmith. Too much mustard again over on the far side, and Bamba corrals the miss. Sixers down by one. They lost the third quarter, 23-20. Again, the Heat are 29-25. There's no Jimmy Butler tonight. There's no Terry Rozier and no Josh Richardson. Sixers have it at the top of the key. They're missing a couple guys, too. Hield for three, puts it up, and he puts it in. So Tyler Hero, he got tripped up. That was supposed to be his man, and Buddy Hield was able to make him pay as he just fell to the floor. I guess it was he got tripped up or something, but the Sixers hit a big-time three-pointer and are back out in front by two. Jaquez trying to hand it off to Love inside, and he got the bounce pass, but it goes out of bounds. It was last touched by the Sixers. Sixers, of course, no Batum, no Covington, and no Embiid, no Lowry, and still missing Tobias Harris as well, and no Melton either. Yes, got it. 85-83, two-pointer. That's up and in by Tower Hero, and we're back to a tie game as we ride the seesaw between Miami and Philadelphia, two teams that went up against each other in the Eastern Conference semifinals 2 years ago. Hield on the near side of the three-point line. He'll just pass it to Ricky Council the fourth. Council gets a jumper to go over Bam Adebayo. I think somebody on the defensive side was caught sleeping at the wheel, and Adebayo stepped up. I don't think it was supposed to be his man. 87-85, but the Sixers get it to work again. Hero with a step-back three-pointer from the near wing, and that's off the mark. The basketball gods say no, and Oubre goes with the rebound. Hield is at the three-point line, being guarded by Tower Hero. Hero has to kick it out to Maxey at the logo. Maxey dribbles with the right hand, goes down the lane, goes up with a runner. Got it! And Maxey puts the Sixers up by 2 possessions. That runner was absolutely clutch. He is so good at just finishing at the rim with the layups and the runners and the teardrops, too. 89-85, we're 2 minutes underway. Adebayo at the foul line being guarded by Tyrese Maxey. Adebayo now goes up with a little sky hook, and he gets the friendly bounce. It bounced about 4 times. It hit the back of the rim 3 times. And it's 89-87. Sixers only lead it by 2. Tyrese Maxey in his bright red shoes hands it off the Hield for 3 on the far side. And the basketball gods say no again. And Kevin Love is the one that grabs the rebound. Outlet pass to Jaquez. Jaquez inside to the interior to Highsmith, but we have a foul called. And that's going to go against the Sixers. It'll be on Tyrese Maxey, who just stripped up Bam Adebayo. And Adebayo was able to get the better end of that. So the Sixers' offense has been doing a good job so far. The defense just has to come to life. They've allowed 4 points. The Sixers have scored 7 in this fourth quarter so far. Another back-and-forth game. No Jimmy Butler, no Terry Rozier, and no Josh Richardson for Miami. And the Sixers, of course, missing their star players too, including Joel Embiid, Robert Covington, Nick Batum, Kyle Lowry, and DeAnthony Melton, and Tobias Harris. But Tyrese Maxey and Buddy Hield are still out there. And the Sixers, we have another whistle called as the inbound was about ready to be made, and I guess it's going to be on Buddy Hield. Have to make sure that we get that right. So Hawkes will inbound it to Adebayo. Adebayo's at the top of the perimeter, and now he's on the far elbow. Hands it off to Duncan Robinson. 10 seconds left on the shot clock, and Robinson gets called for the look. And the Sixers will get the basketball back. How about that? But looks like he got called for a personal. Nope. Okay, so the Sixers do get the ball back. It was not ruled on the ESPN app, but you saw this signal, so you knew that it meant a walk was on the floor. Council plays catch with Tyrese Maxey. Maxey back to Council on the near wing. Drives it to the lane. No look pass to Bamba, but we have a foul called. It was a no-look pass. Boy, oh boy. He was going snake eyes mode, but we had a foul called on Hawkes Jr. So Duncan Robinson got called for the double dribble, and now Paul Reed will sub back into the ballgame with 9:09 remaining. And Mo Bamba will take a very quick seat. Maxey with 24 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, and Buddy Hield with 20 and 9. 9 assists and 1 rebound. Here's Council on a drive. Hands it off to Paul Reed. Reed goes up with a little Euro step. No. And the rebound, it's going to go to Bam Adebayo, but Kelly Oubre Jr. tried to fight for it. Ends up fouling him anyways. Oubre fouls him. And the Sixers have committed 4 fouls, I believe, in just this fourth quarter. The Heat have only committed 1, so that's not... You definitely don't want to give this team any sort of life. But Adebayo's defense was absolutely solid as Reed got it underneath the basket, tried to go up with a little reverse layup, and Adebayo just did a good job on the defensive side. Bam tonight, 19 points, 9 rebounds. He's 8 for 11 from the field, and this guy is 6'10". He's been a really dominant center for them. Oubre has 5 fouls. Also, keep that in mind, too. 1 more than he's done. So Council is guarding Adebayo, and now it's Paul Reed. Adebayo takes a couple of jab steps over him. He's trying to bully him and go down. And Reed tried to play defense. And here's Hero with a 2-pointer that's up and in. So Paul Reed went stumbling to the floor as I guess Adebayo checked him a little bit or just hit his elbow just in his stomach. And Reed just could not keep his footing alive. And Hero was able to make the 2. Here's Maxey at the logo. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Passes it all the way to Hield. Hield back to Maxey at the top of the key, being guarded by Tower Hero. Maxey, runner, inside. That's off the mark. And Maxey tried to grab the rebound. It was last touched by Hawkes. Hawkes cannot believe it. They say that he got maybe a pinky on it. And Eric Spoelstra is not happy with that call. 8:08 left to go. Scott Foster, I don't know if he's just chirping with him or not. But Spoelstra not happy, and they're going to challenge this play. So they do get the challenge off in time, I believe, and the Heat call for a timeout. I'm pretty sure that they're just going to challenge this. 89-89, 8:08 left to go in the fourth quarter. Come on, B-ball, Paul. Time to get out of the mud. Love it. Larry's here. What's up, Larry? How you doing, man? I'm in Pennsylvania. Always love it when Larry's on here. He's here just in the nick of time. Last game before the All-Star break, and we're going to take a little break ourselves. We have some cool content coming up over the next week. I wanted to make sure that I reminded you guys about that. So I have a podcast that I do called Sharing the Mic with JJ, where I try to get on-air personalities and people that I've worked with and other people that I've been trying to connect with that are in the business or are just YouTube content creators as well. And just pit their brains, talk about what, ask them what their favorite moment was sharing the mic with people, and just try to give advice to people that are interested in becoming sports broadcasters and that type of a thing. So we have a couple of episodes coming out this weekend, and I'm excited about that. I'm not going to tell you who they are, but feel free to tune into that, and that should be coming out. We'll talk more about it later. Just keep your notification bells turned on, so that way you know when I post in the community tab, and that way you'll get a better idea as to when things are going to come out. We also have a couple of podcasts coming out too. One's going to be about the Phillies. We're finally doing a Phillies podcast, guys, because spring training is just around the corner. So we're finally going to do that. We have something else that we have a couple of Sixers podcasts too, and one about the Eagles that I wanted to kind of talk about as well. But yes, so just keep the notification bell icons on, keep the community tabs open, and that's how you'll get notified on what we do. Our next play-by-play will be next Thursday. It'll be Sixers-Knicks, all right? So that's what's going to happen. So the Heat did call a challenge, and the call was overturned. Pitchers and catchers have reported. Yes, they have. Larry was there for the full season last year. He was there since day one. Saw us do the 127 of the 162, plus the playoffs. He had a blast. That's why he's here, guys. That's why he's here. So the coach's challenge is successful, and the Heat retain their timeout. So it'll be Heat ball with a tie game, 89-89 with 8:08 left to go. That's a tongue twister. Sixers are tied with the Miami Heat tonight. Council, give him a lot of credit. 13 points, 4 rebounds, and again, a guy that's been really aggressive and just keeps his head down, tries to go downhill, does a good job. 8:08 left to go. Still anybody's game. Game's not out of reach, of course. Hero at the top of the perimeter. Bounce pass all the way to Bam Adebayo. Adebayo is at the foul line being guarded by Paul Reed, a guy that's about an inch smaller than him. Dribble handoff to Duncan Robinson. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Robinson all the way to Hero. Hero, runner, inside. Kissed off the window. No good. And Buddy Hield grabbed the rebound. That's only his second of the game. Hield all the way to Oubre. Oubre back to Hield. Hield thought about taking the 3, but decides to be unselfish and pass it out to Maxey. Maxey dribbles around, goes over towards the foul line. Not once, and he got it on the second time. How did he get that rebound? I don't know. It just went into his hands. It was tipped by somebody, but Maxey got it and just went up with a little runner, and the Sixers lead it by 2. 7:15 remaining. Hero kicks it out to Highsmith for 3, and the former Sixer does some damage against his former team. And that makes it 92-91. A 23-footer by Highsmith on the near corner. Maxey's at the top of the perimeter, finds Hield on the far wing at the three-point line. Hield back to Maxey, still is at the logo. 8 seconds left on the shot clock, dribbles over towards the left, now gets a screen by Paul Reed. He's on the right side, he's on the near wing, gets a little pump fake, has to put up a shot, he puts it up, hit the front of the rim, but it lands into the hands of Tyler Hero. Miami up by 1 with 6:40 left to go in the fourth quarter, and what has been a great game between two teams that are undermanned tonight but have a lot of fight in them. Hero with a little 2, and that's good. Tyler Hero providing some heroics in this game for Miami. 94-91. Hero has 21 points and is 9 for 8 from 3. Hield gets a little pump fake. He goes to the foul line. Step back, Jay. Yes, sir! And we're back to a 1-point deficit. Back and forth we go between Miami and Philadelphia. And we're only halfway done the fourth quarter. Hero being the conductor. Hands it off to Adebayo. Adebayo with a dump pass all the way to Duncan Robinson. Robinson dribbles around the timeline. He'll swing it back out, and he'll try to find Highsmith to Hero. Hero to Duncan Robinson, who's trying to crisp it off the window. No, Highsmith gets the rebound. It's deflected, and it goes in the bounds. They're going to say it touched the shoulder of Kelly Oubre Jr. Lots of action and a lot of fight between these two heavyweights. And KJ Martin will come back in for Ricky Council the fourth. And the Heat actually got the rebound, so it was touched last by Kelly Oubre Jr. It was deflected off of his right shoulder by Haywood Highsmith. 94-93, the inbound goes to Adebayo, who's over at the foul line. And he just hands it off to Tower Hero. Hero to Robinson. Robinson, pump fake, three-pointer, it's up, and that one goes in. Duncan Robinson is now 5 for 5 from downtown, and he just cannot miss again. The only D3 player to ever make it to the NBA, and that's Duncan Robinson. Hield for 3, trying to answer back. That's a little short. And Adebayo comes up with his miss. That three-pointer by Robinson was absolutely huge. It's 97-93. Hero's over at the logo, and he'll dribble over towards the right. Again, the Heat go from right to left. Hero being unselfish, hands it off to Bam Adebayo. He feeds the beast, and he dunks it. An Adebayo jam. And we go for a timeout. The Sixers will have Nick Nurse call for time. The Sixers have 2 timeouts to go after this timeout is called, and it's now 99-93. Miami on a little run. The Sixers have to try to slow the Heat down. I knew T.O. was happening there. Not good right now. They have a chance to right the ship. And again, this is what you love about Nick Nurse. But you want to try to come out with a win in this game. You really, really do. 4-0 shutout for Florida? Oof. My gosh. What a game, man. This is definitely a nail-biter. We love nail-biters. Nail-biters are fun. They don't have to turn into podcasts. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Houston, also Shady. Where are you? Where are you? We have to stop that run and change the pace. Absolutely. Guys, what do the Sixers have to do if they want to stop this run? I think that the most important thing is you need to obviously capitalize on shots. If the shots aren't going to go in, then you're not going to win. But you want to try to also play a little bit big, I would say. I like KJ Martin out there for his athleticism. You kind of need that. And Reed is out there too. Maxey, Hield, and Oubre. I think that the lineup is fine. Maybe I'd go with Ricky Council and see what he could do maybe over Oubre in this game because Kelly is 3 for 10 from the field. But I don't know. Maybe that's what I would try it and see if it works because I like his athleticism and I like his grit and just the intensity that he plays with. But that's what I would do if I was Nick Nurse. You got to make shots. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game, for sure. But no, you're absolutely right. You got to make the shots. 1,000%. Isn't the score still tied at 99? Nope, it's 99-93. Sixers are down by 6. What's up, Katie? Thanks for coming back on here. Give Smith a chance to hit some shots. Terquavion Smith? I'm not putting Terquavion Smith back in just yet. I don't think I'm going to put him back in for this game because it's so close and I haven't seen him under pressure. So, but Council, I'd say sure. All right, so the Sixers called a timeout. They have 2 remaining. The Heat have, the Sixers, yeah, they have 3 remaining. It shows on the ESPN app. Both teams have 3. Okay, so Maxey gets the inbound, and he'll try to take it over towards the logo, dribbles over towards the left side, tries to run it towards the lane, goes up with a shot, blocked by Adebayo, and it goes out of bounds. 13 seconds left. It still is Sixers basketball with 4:59 left to go. We're going to take this score off because this is a spoiler here on my left screen. So Maxey did a good job at just driving to the hoop. It was actually touched by Haywood Highsmith. So that makes it 99-93. Maxey has to inbound it from the Sixers baseline, and he finds Reed. Reed to Maxey. Maxey the Hield over at the perimeter. Hield's now at the logo, and he'll pass it off to Oubre. Oubre conducting the traffic. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He'll take it all the way to the foul line. Goes up with a low runner, and he got it to go over Haywood Highsmith. Sixers down by 4, and maybe this will strike for the Sixers and help them in a lot of ways. I don't know, though. 4:38 remaining in the fourth quarter. Maybe it could spark a little run. Hero being guarded by Hield, and he'll bounce pass it down low to Bam Adebayo. Adebayo going up against Reed. Reed plays good defense. Adebayo's shot is off the mark. Good D by B-Ball Paul. And Hield grabbed the rebound. Sixers, can they take advantage of this? Maxey's over at the logo. Dribbles over towards the right. Spins. And it kicks it back out to Hield. Hield's at the foul line. Tries to go into the lane. And he tried to hand it off, but it was intercepted by Jaquez. Buddy Hield should have just finished it. Hero on the little fast break, goes up, tries to part the Red Sea, and he can't finish it. And Maxey comes up with it. It was a rebound again by Hield, I believe. Sixers got the rebound. That's all that matters. Martin inside to Reed for a foul line jumper. Oh, my goodness. Come on. He should have hit that one. That was definitely a hittable shot for him, but he just couldn't do so, and another rebound goes to Miami. 3:43 left to go in the fourth quarter. They definitely needed that bucket. Hero at the logo, being guarded by Hield. Hero trying to work across him, and he goes up with a shot, no good. Bam Adebayo tries to step it up, and KJ Martin, he tried to block it. And they're going to call goaltending, and Nick Nurse absolutely animated. And KJ Martin, they say that he stepped over, or that the ball was over the rim. Let's see here. They call basket. Oh, that is basket interference. That is the right call. Martin tried to go up with it. Yep, it hit the rim. He has to recognize that. He has to recognize that, and that makes it 101-95. The Sixers, they're going to lose this challenge. I would be so shocked if they ended up winning this challenge right here. But we have a timeout called by the Sixers. Sixers cannot screw up. Ugh. Man, what a game. Defensive goaltending. Yeah, you got to be careful with that, man. And I would have saved that challenge. Bad challenge. Game is over. It's not over. That's why you guys are still here. Game ain't over. It should be 101-95. Hardcore says it's over. It ain't over. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn on the bells, man. Turn on the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We're live for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football games. If that tickles your fancy, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. We need 8 more subs till we get to 17 under 50 subscribers. 3 minutes and 32 seconds to go, so it is a timeout called by the Sixers. They did not rule if they challenged it or not. It looks like that they did because the reps are over at the scorer's table, so the ESPN app looks like it's a little bit slow. Again, I'm looking at the replay, so Adebayo tried to tip it up and in, and, man, KJ Martin got that is a defensive goaltending. It looks like that is the case. It's the rim. It's about to go in, and Martin just deflects it. And I don't know why it's taking them a little bit of time to review this. We can maybe put on the closed caption and see if there is a response here. How do we do that? I'm still a little confused. Bam hit it on the rim first. That is, yes. Okay, now I see that. He did. He hit it on the rim first. That is the argument. So, because of that, KJ Martin, yeah, that should be offensive goaltending. Thanks for that. Yep, I see it now. So the call is overturned. How about that? I didn't see it originally from the review, but yeah, you're right. He did. He hit it first. And the Sixers will get I think we have nope, it'll be Sixers basketball, and they don't count the bucket. So the Sixers have a little bit of life to them, and now they got to take advantage of this. 99-95 with 3 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Sixers down by 4. Martin inbounds it to Hield. That's KJ Martin. So for the Sixers, Buddy Hield over at the logo. He's been quiet in this fourth quarter, and he hands it off to Maxey. Maxey and Hield playing a game of catch. Hield lost it, though, and he gets it stripped and stolen away by Duncan Robinson. The strip was caused by Tower Hero, and that's another turnover by Buddy. He has to be more careful with the basketball. Tower Hero, that is, over on the far side. He's being guarded by KJ Martin. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 99-95. 6 seconds left to go. He stops. He hands it off again. Passes it to Duncan Robinson for 3. Puts it up. And Robinson finally misses. Unfortunately, though, Jaquez got the rebound off the air ball. And he puts it up and in with the left hand. 101-95. That was the first missed 3 that Robinson has had today. And he's now 5 for 6 from downtown. 20 points for him. Maxey to Hield. Hield hands it back off to Maxey. Miami's doing a good job at rotating on the defensive side. There's Paul Reed over on the near wing, or on the near corner, that is, and he puts up a little reverse layup, and he gets fouled by the Miami Heat with 4.4 seconds to go. 10 to shoot. I like that one. That's a good one. That's a very good one. That was something I was going to do over the break, too, is try to figure out other good ways to shoot it. Actually, Robinson, going back to that shot, it looked like maybe he airballed it at first from the angle that I saw it at, but it actually hit the front of the rim. So Reed's first foul shot, he puts it up, and he drains it. And it's a 5-point ball game with 2 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in quarter number 4. Lowry's not playing. Second foul shot by B-Ball Paul. He puts it up and in. Clutch free throws by B-Ball Paul. And give Reed 15 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists as well, and he's 6 for 11 from the field. Here is Hero over at the top of the perimeter being guarded by Kelly Oubre Jr. A screen gets set by Adebayo. They swing it around. The ball finds Robinson. Robinson's layup is up, and that one does not go in. The basketball god said no. Reed grabs rebound number 12. Sixers have to take advantage of this here. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to go. Maxey on the drive to the basket. Steps back, pulls up for two. He puts it up, and he can't get it. Hero got the rebound. He has to save it, and it lands into the hands of Bam Adebayo, who tried to pass it as he was going out of bounds towards that baseline. Adebayo got it, and Hero is over at the top of the key on the other side. Step back, two-pointer from the far elbow. Got it to go, 103-97. And the Sixers have desperately got to hit a shot here. With 1:45 left to go, they're at the logo. Buddy Hield back out to Maxey. Maxey with a bounce pass to Hield for three on the far side. That's off the mark again, and another rebound goes to Adebayo. It was tipped by Jaquez. Buddy Hield just not, it has not been his quarter at all whatsoever. 90 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, and this potentially could be a big shot here for Tyler Hero and the Miami Heat. Hero gets it deflected, almost stolen away by Tyrese Maxey. Three-pointer by Tyler Hero. That's up, and that's no good. Another rebound goes to the Miami Heat. It is on Haywood Highsmith, who got the rebound. He ended up bumping into Kelly Oubre Jr., and we have a whistle called. It'll be against the Sixers, and it'll be Highsmith that goes to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Man, the rebounding down the stretch has just been what has made Miami so strong in this ball game. Buddy Hield's turnovers, that has been a big topic of discussion. But Hero, they didn't check this, but Tyler Hero stepped out of bounds when he tried to save the ball. He had his left foot just on the blue. So the Sixers obviously couldn't review that, but it should have been Sixers ball. That was a terrible call by the ref. My gosh. 103-97. That's a terrible call. It's clearly out. He was clearly was on the blue. Right below the baseline when he tried to save it. 1 minute and 13 seconds to go. The Sixers call a timeout. I don't think that they can challenge it. Got to put up threes. Got to start chucking up threes. I agree. 1,000%. Seriously, Lowry. You had a turnover. What's up? What's going on, guys? How you all doing? That happened to us last game, but it was our advantage. That was a terrible call. Now they can't challenge it because they played on. It was after the Heat got the rebound. It was Tyler Hero that tried to save it. I was thinking maybe he stepped out, but I had to keep up with the action because he just tipped it to Bam Adebayo, and then the Heat had the ball, and now Kelly Oubre Jr. got called for a personal foul. I think that they're reviewing here whether or not, I don't know if it's just a timeout here or if the Sixers challenged the play that happened after the rebound, because it looked like Adebayo just bumped Kelly Oubre Jr. a little bit. But I don't think that they can challenge that. So Oubre's going back to the locker room now. He fouled out. That's what's happening. So the Sixers did challenge. Replay supports the call. Sixers get charged with a timeout. This was on a totally different play. But Kelly Oubre Jr. has fouled out. That was his sixth personal foul. And Cam Payne will step in for Kelly Oubre Jr. So the Sixers are now officially in desperation mode. You're down by 8. You're down by 6, really, with minute 13 left to go. Now it's 8 because both foul shots were good. 105-97 with 1:13 remaining in the fourth quarter. So they have got to hit some shots here. 1:08 left to go. Maxey's over at the logo. Dribbles over towards the left. Hands it off to Payne. Payne inside to Martin. And Martin goes up, or has Paul Reed go up with a shot. And Paul Reed gets the shot to go. And he'll go to the line for one more. 105-99. Reed was at the baseline, just right by the rim. And Martin, it was sort of like a 1-2-3 pass. The ball went to KJ Martin, who was at the foul line, and Martin just was able to find Reed, and Reed makes the foul shot, and now it's a 105-100 game. 101 left to go. If you're the Sixers, you got to get all the stops in the world that you can. Robinson has to inbound it, and it goes off the hands of Hero. Is it Sixers ball? No, it is. They tried to inbound it. Tyler Hero got the ball pickpocketed, and all of a sudden it went off his right hand. It was Campaign that got his hand in there. Sixers have the ball in their front court. Hield gets the inbound. 58 seconds to go. Maxey over at the logo. He wants to ISO. What's he going to do? He puts up a little runner. It's blocked by Adebayo, but they're going to call goaltending and say that he went above the rim. 105-102. The Miami Heat are making some big mistakes here. And he certainly did. His left hand, he tried to swat it. It was above the rim, and that is the right call. 105-102, timeout called by Miami. And all of a sudden, it's a different basketball game with 52.1 seconds to go. How about that for a change? Crazy. Day to day, aren't we all? Stolen instead of pickpocketed. Use both. I think I said stolen a couple times, but that's a good one. I'm shocked we still have life. Mike, what's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Sixers are making things interesting, that's for sure. They have got to get a stop now on defense, obviously. There's 52.1 seconds to go, and now it's a nail-biter. It's back to a nail-biter. Just when you think this team is done, they're not. That's what you like about this team. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Now go get and do your thing. 45 people on here watching. Like and subscribe and become a part of the play-by-play with JJ community. What is up, Linda? How you doing? Thanks for coming on and supporting your channel, or supporting our channel. 52.1 seconds to go on this beautiful Valentine's evening, February 14th. Again, the Sixers have to play. So the Heat challenged it. Replay supports the call. They challenged the goaltending against Bam Adebayo, and the Sixers will now be down by 3. They cannot advance it to the front court, the Heat that is, and they have to inbound it all the way from the back court, from the Sixers side of the baseline. 52.1 seconds to go. Actually, I stand corrected. They're going to inbound it. They're able to inbound it and advance the ball. Nick Nurse is really irate about this, and I was thinking if they lose a challenge, that shouldn't be the case at all. But nonetheless, we play on. Robinson will inbound it from the Heat front court over towards the near side. Then he finds Tyler Hero. Hero's over at the logo. Hero has to hand it off and try to kick it back out to Highsmith. Highsmith back to Hero over on the far side. He's trapped. Highsmith all the way to Robinson for 3 on the near corner. Off the mark. And a putback jam by Hawkes. They could not box him out. 107-102. They're still in this. 34.4 seconds to go. Here is Hield on a step back. Thought about taking the 3. Hands it off to Maxey. We have a foul called on the floor. And that's going to be on Duncan Robinson. He fouled Tyrese Maxey, and Maxey's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws as the Sixers are now in the bonus. 107-102. Tyrese Maxey, mind you, wanted to just say that he missed a big free throw in the last game down the stretch, but the Sixers were still able to hang on and win. That was a big play. They just could not box out Jaime Jaquez. That was a big play that they just could not capitalize on. 107-102. First foul shot by Maxey is good as gold. Tyrese Maxey in this ball game, 28 points for him, and he was able to make the first foul shot. It's a 4-point game. Again, both teams have 1 timeout remaining. 107-103 with 28.8 seconds to go. There's 4 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock, and the second foul shot, that's good too. And the Heat will burn their final timeout. 107-104. The Sixers need to get a stop. Absolutely need to get a stop. Need them both, and Philly can still get a 2-for-1. Well, you're probably going to have to hit a 3. You're going to have to get a defensive stop and get the rebound. And at that point, because Miami doesn't have any timeouts left, you might as well just go for it all. So, That's what I think that they should do. But what are your thoughts, guys? Comment down below. The name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We have 50 people on here watching. Like, subscribe, turn on the bells, man. Turn on those notification bell icons. In case you are just tuning in, the Sixers have gone on a little run. They were down by about 7 with about a minute left, or by 8 with about a minute left to go. The Miami Heat had some careless mistakes and some careless turnovers, and the Sixers were just able to capitalize, and now it's a 3-point game. Tyrese Maxey just hit 2 big free throws. The Heat take their final timeout. The Sixers have one more timeout left to go, and it's now 107-104, 28.8 seconds left. The Sixers have got to get a stop on the defensive side. It would be really tough for them if they hit a bucket here. If Miami hits a bucket here, that's most likely the nail in the coffin. Maxey has 30 points. Hield has 22, but has yet to score in this fourth quarter. How about that? Robinson will be able to advance the ball as he'll inbound it from the near sideline. Paul Reed defending the inbound. Scott Foster, he'll hand it off to Robinson. He's the official. Robinson has to try to find somebody, and he finds Adebayo. Adebayo gets trapped by KJ Martin. 25 seconds left to go. 18 seconds on the shot clock. 4 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Adebayo not even moving just yet. Now he does. He kicks it back out. He finds Highsmith. Highsmith to Hero. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Hero with a step back 2. He puts it up. It's off the mark. And the Sixers, can they get the rebound? No. It's Bam Adebayo that gets it, and now they got a foul, and they do. How did they not grab that rebound? How? 7.3 seconds left, and Adebayo's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. That was absolutely tough. The ball was absolutely loose. Hield committed the foul, and it was just tipped into the hands of Bam Adebayo. Oh, my gosh, that was tough. Reed had it, and then it was deflected off of his hands, and it went into the hands of Adebayo after he deflected it. First foul shot by Bam. That's good. 108-104. Sixers obviously have to hit a 3, and then you got to play the foul game. Caleb Martin will come on in again for Miami. 108-104. The second foul shot by Bam Adebayo coming right up. He's been a very good player in this game in the second half. The second foul shot, that's good too. Nothing but net. 109-104. No timeout called. Maxey is over at the half-court mark. Maxey will try to dribble it inside. He kicks it back out to Martin, and Martin gets it loose. It was stolen. It was taken away by Caleb Martin, and that's going to do it. So Maxey just tried to drive it to the lane. Nick Nurse thought maybe that he was fouled, but that's the game. That is such a weird way to end the ball game. Maxey should have just taken the 3. You got to go for it at that point. But they lose by a final score of 109-104. That is absolutely absurd. Bam Adebayo, 23 points, 14 rebounds, 2 steals. Tyler Hero, 23 points for him. He was 10 for 23 from the field, 7 rebounds and 7 assists. Just a crazy way to end the game. Maxey was just going downhill. He didn't even think about taking the 3. And that's how it ended. It got pickpocketed and stolen by Caleb Martin. And that's how it ends. That's really how it ends. You miss a big clutch rebound by Paul Reed. Just could not get it at that time. And Reed had a pretty good game overall, but just could not get the clutch rebound when he had to do it. Oh, that was tough, man. Damn, you mentioned the rebound, and I was thinking, yeah, we got that. Oof, we did not. No, that was tough. I know, man. Ugh. My voice right now, I'll be honest with you, is like starting to get on fumes a little bit. Stat of the half, Miami 10 offensive rebounds in the second half. And that last one right there was the killer. That was the killer. I hit all my parlay legs except for the Philly money line, says Mike Zambo. Oh, that sucks, man. Oof. Yeah, that was a tough way to end the first half of the season. I liked how they played overall tonight, but I'll tell you this. The reason why that they lost this game, it was a couple of reasons. Buddy Hield made some big turnovers down the stretch. Again, no recognition on the situation from Tyrese Maxey. You got to shoot a 3 there. I'm sorry. You have to. In that desperation mode, you got to shoot a 3. obviously. And that was a terrible box out, too, by K.J. Martin. Rich Hoffman just said this, and I want to make sure that I back him up here. Rich Hoffman, of course, if you don't know, Rich Hoffman covers the Sixers on Fly Sports. He said, quote, "What a terrible shot by Hero. Unfortunately, a worse box out by K.J. Martin. I have no idea why players sometimes face guard or face guard on box outs. You cannot see the ball. And if you do that, you better make contact." Martin did not. And that's true, too. Martin didn't do a good job of boxing out. However, Paul Reed has to grab that rebound. There is literally no doubt about that. Paul Reed still has to grab that rebound. It was tipped into his hands. Was it a tough one? Maybe, but I still thought he should have had that. I do. Just watching that in real time. But, wow, that was a tough way to end it. We're not going to do a post-game show tonight, but I think that we're just going to get on out of here. We got 34 people on here watching. I want to thank you all so much for coming on here. This is exactly why I don't understand why they let Pat Bev go. I like campaign, but I feel like Pat Bev does some good things for you too. So it's, I'm gonna miss Beverly for sure. I am. So you're not getting your triple overtime. No, you're not. Great call, JJ. Thanks, Larry. Appreciate it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll be back. We'll be back for our next play-by-play next Thursday. That'll be Sixers and Knicks. The Sixers are now on their All-Star break, but we have some cool podcasts and some other cool content coming for you. So I want to thank you all so much for being here and for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. I'll catch you on the next one. If you guys want to reach out to me on social media or email me if you want to, make any sort of comments or critiques on the channel, what we could be doing better and that type of stuff, feel free to do so. I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm getting tired. I got to get out of here. I love you all so much. I really do. All right? I'll catch you on the next one. See you guys. Have a great rest of your Valentine's Day and have a great break. Lila Tov.